Please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox@gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you now. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Oh, hello everybody, welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 553. And joining us in a few moments here will be Allan from the Not For Human Consumption podcast. He's actually being detoxified right now as we speak. They're pumping his stomach. Yeah. And then he'll be here as soon as he's sobered up a little bit.
He was trying to win Spin Till You Spew by himself.
He was practicing.
Yeah, it was a home game.
It was an exhibition.
Yeah, so it's looking pretty good though. He should be here very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Yeah, and welcome everyone. Welcome. So, we've got a lot of stuff to cover today really quick. Just the usual, please continue to use the Brave browser. There's a link down in the description to download the Brave browser if you haven't already. There's also a way to do it on mobile, on Android devices. And also click on that triangle up near the address bar. Use that to send us your tokens.
Do it.
It helps out a lot. It's unbelievable. Oh, Allan is in the chat, so I think they may have used a defibrillator on him to revive him.
He's already here. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
I wanna give a shout out to all my sweet boys and sweet girls watching.
Who are those?
They're all there.
All of them?
They know who they are.
Okay.
They know they're watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
They know who they are.
Okay.
My sweet boy Martin Shkreli is not watching.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll wait till we get to that.
Okay, we'll wait.
Yeah. And we will get into the news in a moment. Everyone's like, get on to Mercedes. Get
on. I would get on to Mercedes.
Oh God, dude.
With or without these allegations.
Shut up.
Just because somebody is a horrible person doesn't mean you can't.
Allegedly.
I'm not saying she is or isn't. I'm saying just because someone is a horrible person doesn't mean you can't enjoy their art. When I was in Portland, the bartender started playing R. Kelly at the bar because he enjoyed the way people reacted to R. Kelly being played. Right?
Okay.
Maybe that makes him a bad guy. But Just because Mercedes Carrera may or may not be a bad person doesn't mean I can't enjoy her art. And she is a blowjob artist.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Had to resituate my junk.
Please, please, no more.
I had to do it.
No.
A little resituation.
Just by talking about that?
Yeah, it's just I realized, you know, I was off kilter. I had to get it back in alignment. You ever have like your junk fall to one side of your underwears?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, this is the wrong side. I had to readjust.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
I'm just doing what I can.
Oh man. All right. So, yeah, I guess we might as well just play the fucking intro.
He called me sir and got me so human angry.
People are discriminating against wolves.
Wow.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
Action news.
Where the fuck are you, Allan? Allan, I'm calling your ass right now.
Allan, pick up the phone. Get on the show. Allan, please pick up the phone.
I'm muting the music so the song ends.
Okay. Let's see what we got up on the chopping block today.
Oh, well, we're just going to get into the whole Mercedes thing.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. I was trying to get Allan on. I don't know what he was in the chat.
He's probably just had to go take a pee-pee or something.
Maybe he was naked. Who knows? He was like, man, I can't go on now.
Aussie Metal Mate in the Patreon chat is saying Gianna Michaels makes better art.
Who is that?
Gianna Michaels is a big-breasted porn actress.
Okay.
Who happens to be from the Northwest, okay?
Okay.
She used to work at Dick's.
Oh, the burger place?
The burger place, yeah. And then she went from working at Dick's to becoming a porn actress. It's interesting because Mia Khalifa used to work at a Whataburger, and then she became a porn actress. I think the story
Why is that so surprising, though?
Because once you slang hamburgers for a living, you realize that taking dang dang and the bang bang isn't such a bad job, right?
Don't ask me, right?
Have you ever slung burgers for a living?
Yes.
Oh. And you never done porn?
No.
Okay.
It always goes there with you.
I didn't bring up... We're literally bringing up a porn star right now. I'm talking about the socioeconomics of pornography.
Okay, great. Here's the news story. This actually came out on the 28th, a few days ago.
But we have to update.
Yeah, because people have been asking forever. So here it is.
Rancho Cucamonga, California. Adult performer Mercedes Carrera alleges she has been left alone with no bail, unable to defend herself in San Bernardino County's West Valley Detention Center without proper legal counsel and without being able to contact my daughter, she said. Almost 2 months ago, Carrera's home was raided by Rancho Cucamonga police, and she and her current husband, video engineer Jason Whitney, were charged with sexual abuse of a child 10 years old or younger and possession of drugs and weapons. XBiz spoke exclusively with Carrera at the West Valley Detention Center. The interview was conducted without privacy in a public room at the county facility where Carrera could be seen behind a bulletproof glass speaking to us via a phone device that shuts off automatically without warning.
That automatically reminds me of so many scenes I've seen in television and movies where that happens.
Yeah.
Where they're on the other side of the glass on the timed phone.
Yeah.
Fucking horrifying. Oh, look who's calling us now.
Who could it be?
Who's calling us?
Is it
that guy that almost died?
Oh, it's Allan. Allan,
It's just me.
Are you a survivor?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. I was worried that
here.
you would be down for the count. But
No. Of course not. It's impossible.
You're champion. Yeah.
So we're reading a follow-up story about Mercedes Carrera. She was the porn star that was accused of child molestation, among other charges. And she used to be on our show, maybe once or twice a year.
Okay.
So this is kind of an update because the story had come out, I think, in mid to late January that she had been arrested.
She's been in for 2 months.
Yeah.
Carrera appeared strong at first, but broke down repeatedly during the interview whenever the subject of the custody battle with her former partner, her daughter's father, would come up. Carrera insists, as she communicated to XBiz the week after her arrest, the last time she was allowed to make a statement about her innocence, that her estranged former partner fabricated the claims that resulted in her arrest. She categorically denies the extremely disturbing charges that the DA filed after reviewing the Rancho Cucamonga police report.
So she's alleging that her ex-partner, the father of her child, has become a hardcore Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's trying to gain custody by
claiming that her and her current partner are abusive towards their daughter.
Carrera's version. Yeah, no, it's all fucking.
It's fucking crazy.
Damn.
No matter how
Sorry to interrupt. Didn't they like raid her house and find guns and meth?
Guns and drugs. Yeah.
Guns and drugs, and
and
they found pornography equipment.
Which is, I mean, I'm not surprised about the partner.
No, that's how they made a living, isn't it?
Right,
I'm not surprised about the guns and drugs. You live in Rancho Cucamonga. That comes with the house.
Okay, but the guns and the drugs are illegal, and the recording equipment in of itself is not.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Well, I mean, we have a lot of illegal stuff in this room right now. Like,
are you so fucking dumb?
What? Oh yeah. I shouldn't talk about all these Mexican maids we have here. We hired from across the border. No, obviously we don't. But the thing is, people have illegal stuff in their house all the fucking time, and it's just it's life until you get caught, right? And she got caught with meth and guns. Which, if you have guns because you're protecting your meth, it makes sense to me. I don't know. It says, Carrera's version of what happened on the evening of February 1st, 2019 tells a harrowing, life-changing experience, what she describes as the worst fear of the many sex workers who are also parents. I was at home, got a text from my ex saying that he was downstairs and was bringing my daughter back after she had been with him. I ran down to get her, and several cops busted into my house screaming. My life has been a nightmare ever since that moment. At first, we thought it might have something to do with a fight I was having with some porn people on Twitter. We were completely blindsided. We had no idea what they were talking about. They kept asking us about my daughter and videos. I have had many people over to this house, people in the industry, and everyone can tell you that I always kept my porn life completely separate from my daughter.
I don't know how she arranged that, but I don't have evidence either way, right?
I mean, it could be arranged. It's not out of the ordinary that you could have porn people at the house and they're not.
My understanding was this
daughter.
was a very small living space.
Yeah, maybe the daughter was in her bedroom or at school.
Oh, she's gonna hear it.
I mean,
maybe.
More than likely, if it's a small house like that.
Maybe they got her some Bose headphones, and she's like, "It's time to go listen to your death metal." And they put the death metal in her ears. You can't hear porn making over the Bose clarity of death metal. Have you wore Bose headphones and listened to death metal?
Probably.
To cover up the sounds of your girlfriend screwing around on you because you don't want her to know that you know.
You don't want to get cucked, so you just wear your Bose and pretend it's not happening.
I just put the Bose on and I sit there and I rock back and forth. And then I assume, she'll be done within an hour because she gets paid hourly to do it.
An hour? Holy shit.
Well, it's, there's some cuddling and stuff, but I don't want to hear that either. Oh. I don't want to hear them watch Netflix after they're done because, I don't know, there's a cool down period with every John. I'm getting way too descriptive here. They took all of our hard drives and all that was there were scenes we had shot for my sites. I don't even have any other kind of porn. They kept talking about the video making equipment. My husband is a professional video engineer. That's what he does, and anyone could have told them that. Carrera also questions the timing of the arrest. They came in on a Friday evening because they knew that they could throw us here for the weekend without charges or anything. That first day after the arrest, they did not feed me. I had to beg for food, and they kept checking my blood pressure and saying, "Nah, you're fine." That's fucked up.
Yeah.
They separated.
Sounds like jail.
Yeah. They separated me from my husband, and I haven't seen him ever since. He's here in this facility, and I can write to him and he to me, but they won't let me see him. They usually don't let inmates see each other, right?
Not usually.
Yeah. There are other people. There are people here who are being held for 4 years or more without a sentence. According to what Carrera was told by other inmates, the DAs are constantly coming in and telling people to plead guilty to the lesser charge, even if they're innocent, so they can be sent upstate to state prison for a couple of years and be done with it.
Wow.
I'm surprised.
That's a huge problem. That shit's real.
I'm surprised they can hold you in like a county jail or whatever for longer than a year. Like, I feel like without going to like a state level, they shouldn't be able to hold you. They shouldn't be able to detain you for longer than a year. Like they should get them charges in.
A year sounds like too long to me for them to figure out.
Year's a long time.
What they're gonna do. I mean, it shouldn't take that long.
And this segment is titled "The Green People and the Orange People." This is an interesting title. When Carrera arrived at Rancho Cucamonga's West Valley Detention Center, she was issued a dark green uniform, which she was wearing when XBiz interviewed her. There are the orange people, like orange is the new black, and then there are a few green people like me. Inside, they say the green people are the worst, the baby killers, they call us.
Oh, man. Wow. Shit, they like label them that way. That's not good
for
them.
No.
For the last 2 months, Carrera has been in her cell for 21 hours every day. She only gets 3 hours every day to spend outside, but even that is a source of anxiety. The guards hate the green uniform people, and they call us all kinds of names. Other inmates want to hurt us. What upsets Carrera the most, bringing her to tears, is that she says she had a custody hearing at family court scheduled for a few weeks after she was arrested. She insists she requested to be transported to the hearing, and that was something the inmates are allowed to do. Carrera claims her request was denied, and at the hearing she was considered a no-show, therefore losing all contact with her child. Damn. Ooh. That's what hurts the most, Carrera said during the interview, crying. I try to keep it together there, she said, pointing behind her to the imposing door that led to the cells. But here I break down. They won't let me contact my daughter. They won't tell me where she is. They gave her to a man who lives by himself in the middle of nowhere, and they haven't given me a chance to fight for her. I know other people who are allowed to go to their custody hearings. I mean, other people are probably allowed to go to their custody hearings, but probably not when they're under investigation for damaging that child. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know how the law works here.
Yeah.
It's like, if she's completely innocent, this is one of the saddest things, because even if she gets out on her innocence, you know, her child's been put
I just want the trial to happen and figure out exactly, maybe we can't know exactly what happened, but I think we can reach a reasonable determination.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I feel like after 2 months, she should at least have some charges, but they're trying to rally her down to just admitting to a lesser charge.
Listen, so she said she was trying to get a lawyer. I don't know.
I'm alone and nobody tells me anything. Wilkins, the public defender they assigned to me, has never come to see me in jail, not once in 2 months. I only met him at my first hearing. Nobody has even explained the charges against me. I would like to retain my own attorney, but I cannot do that without liquidating my assets. And they took several weeks to get my power of attorney to me and back to someone outside so they can start selling off my property.
Yo, so she's going to start selling her shit to pay for... Man.
That sucks.
She's got no other option, right?
Right.
Man, okay.
Yeah, that's the legal system here sucks, because even if you're innocent, it costs you a fortune to prove it. You have to sell all your shit, and then at the end of the day, you go, "I didn't do anything," and you have nothing left.
And that's why they get people to just plead guilty to lesser charges, because they at least start moving and they get out sooner. People who don't plead their lesser charges and sit there for 4 years, she's saying, there's people in there for 4 years without charges because they're not willing to back down. That's rough. That's just how it works. It's a fucking system, and it's designed to get people through the system and get wins for the prosecutors so that they don't look like they're not doing their jobs when they're charged. They have these small wins and they count for, you know, success. Or else why would you be charging all these people with crimes if they were fighting them and getting off? And most people can't fight them and get off because it's terribly expensive, terribly time consuming.
So she said the public defender won't meet her. Isn't that like a constitutional right, though?
It is.
Yeah, yeah. So that's really messed up.
You have a right to an attorney.
But how often does that attorney have to see you, right? Like,
I guess if you're assigned one and your rights fulfilled, that'd be my guess. Is like, okay, you have a guy, so there you go. We're not violating anything. Doesn't mean he has to come see you. It's kind of jacked up.
In the meantime, I've spent 2 months suffering here, and this public defender won't even meet me. XBiz confirms how difficult it is for Carrera to get her story out. This conversation was reconstructed from notes taken immediately after the interview in the West Valley Detention Center parking lot. Visitors are only allowed to carry 1 car key and a driver's license into the visiting room. Writing implements are forbidden in all of the facility's grounds, though the rule is arbitrarily enforced in the lobby. Officially, I only know 3 facts about my case, Carrera said, through the bulletproof glass before her visitor room phone automatically shut off and she walked back to her cell. I'm being held here without bail. My husband, who I love, is somewhere in here, but I can't see him. My next hearing is supposed to be April 4th.
2 days from now.
That's all I know. Yeah. How am I supposed to defend myself and get my daughter back?
Yeah, so look, there's even more. This goes further and further.
A case plagued by inaccuracies from the start. The case against Mercedes Carrera and her current husband has been plagued by inaccuracies and unusual proceedings from its very start. The world learned about the raid 4 days after it happened. On February 5th, the Rancho Cucamonga office of the San Bernardino County Sheriff Coroner Department, which is led by John McMahon, issued a press release informing the public of the raid. The press release was written by Rancho Cucamonga PD's Sheriff Services Specialist Rhonda Dixon, who edited an original report by Detective Donald Patton, who was one of the 2 officers in charge of the raid. XBiz spoke with Dixon, who referred to Patton as the department's specialist in these type of cases and the head of the sex crimes unit. The Carrera's Whitney raid is one of several sensational, well-publicized sex-related arrests that Patton has already handled since joining the Rancho Cucamonga PD in mid-2018. So we're talking just over half a year, and she's part of many well-publicized.
So high-profile takedowns?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
According to the press release, deputies were notified of sexual acts against a minor female victim which occurred in the city of Rancho Cucamonga on Thursday, January 31st, after a remarkably swift investigation that presumably took less than 24 hours. Unidentified detectives conducted an extensive interview with the alleged victim where they learned she was sexually abused several times by Mercedes Carrera and Jason Whitney. So here's the thing, like, with an investigation that short...
Yeah.
You have to assume there was some sort of video evidence. I feel like you have to or it's a complete target job without her getting any sort of.
If there's video evidence, that will be in court. Everyone will.
Yeah, it would have
see
to be
right.
How could they investigate less than 24 hours and come to this conclusion?
I just can't assume that. If the trial starts and they go, oh, we have video evidence, then I'm like, okay, there's video evidence, but I don't know.
Yeah, done.
I don't know. But yeah, if there's video evidence, she's going away.
It's everything.
Absolutely.
Everything is like so stacked against her. The fact that they only investigated for 24 hours right here, or at least that's what they're claiming. It's nuts. Like you could.
If they had video evidence, you'd be a fool to plead not guilty and not take some sort of lesser charge that they would probably offer you.
She might not even know.
If there's rock solid evidence
or
against her like that,
she could throw
she's got to take a plea
him
deal.
under the bus and get a lesser sentence. She could testify against him being the one that manipulated her.
Maybe I mean, maybe he was, and she doesn't even know that yet.
So they both pled not guilty.
Well, he obviously would plead not guilty even if
or wasn't it no contest?
No contest, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. This is such a fucked up story.
Yeah.
The police and court system use Carrera's legal name. We are choosing to respect her privacy wishes and refer to her by her stage name. The police report nowhere specifies that the alleged victim is Carrera's daughter or whether, as Carrera claims, she had full custody of her since birth and is currently in a bitter custody battle with her daughter's father. Also, according to Carrera, she and the father were never married, and the visitation arrangement reached amicably and informally between them because they both travel for work was unproblematic until a few months ago. According to the press release, the sexual abuse consisted of inappropriate touching, oral copulation, and digital penetration, which occurred over 4 months.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Not good.
This account is inconsistent with the publicly available charges drawn up by the San Bernardino DA office. XBiz spoke with Bobby Mann, supervising deputy DA at the Rancho Cucamonga office. Mann said that currently the DA is in charge is Brie DeRose, who has experience prosecuting sexual abuse cases. Mann could not confirm whether DeRose had been the DA who filed the original charges. The state's complaint against Carrera and Whitney was filed on February 5th, and Carrera was arraigned a day later. It contains 9 charges, 8 related to sexual abuse, and 1 weapons and drug charge.
It's so interesting that this is the only follow-up story on this, when there were so many different online news outlets reporting the original arrest and charge.
Yeah, that's spicier. That's what everybody's going to do.
Isn't this like
follow-up? Nobody cares.
Isn't this like a porn news site too?
XBiz? It might be. This might be Friends of Mercedes, you know? It might be...
I don't know much about it. I'm afraid to go to a different article on it.
Yeah. The 8 charges of sexual abuse all allege that the incidents happened on or about July 6, 2017 through January 31st, 2019. This is inconsistent with the police press release, which mentions a period of 4 months without stating when. That is inconsistent. That's very weird. They would have the document showing a gap larger than a year and then referring to it as 4 months in the press release.
That's odd.
The other major inconsistency between the press release and the charges is the exact nature of the abuse. 7 of the charges against Carrera and also Whitney are for oral copulation or sexual penetration, which is what the press release alleges. The first charge against both them, the most serious of the charges, however, is for sexual intercourse or sodomy, which does not appear to be one of the claims the police made.
Okay.
Dang.
So they're saying oral, digital, which means
Here's
fingers.
more money. Love you all.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it. And by the way, if you're watching right now, please give the stream a like. If you're subscribed to this channel, you might want to double check and make sure you still are. YouTube likes to unsubscribe people from this channel. And if you're watching for the first time, please subscribe, share this with everybody. We've got a lot more to cover here. This is a very long article. So,
hey, Ben, real quick.
Yeah.
I broke my Skype. I can't see you guys anymore.
Oh, shit. Let me fix that for you.
I hope
I had to reinstall it. Everything got all sideways.
I hope it's just your Skype that's broken. And
there we go.
Okay. I was worried his eyes might have gone out from all
Still
the
here?
excessive drinking.
So where do we leave off here?
The first charge against both of them was the sodomy charge.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we got past that. Oh, yeah, a bedroom setup.
Carrera claims that she has not been allowed to review the charges or the alleged dates outside of the court in the last 2 months. The Rancho Cucamonga police press release states that through investigation, it was determined that Carrera was an actress who frequently performed in pornographic videos. It was determined that Whitney worked as a producer and director of various types of pornographic movies, web shows, and award shows in the adult film industry. This is the first implication that Carrera's job had anything to do with the allegation, an insinuation that is repeated later when the police points out that after the raid, detectives learned the 2 suspects had their bedrooms set up where they could film and record various pornographic videos or web shows, which is normal for a porn artist.
Right.
Moreover,
I would imagine.
Carrera's husband is mostly known as a video engineer for sporting events, not adult content. His social media presence is full of photographs of advanced video equipment and stories about his work for ESPN and other major sports networks. As far as XBiz can ascertain, Whitney's only involvement in the adult industry under the pseudonym Damon Sins is related to the production of indie clips and streams with his wife. He does not appear to have worked in professional adult productions or award shows in the adult film industry, as the police alleges.
I have to say that name is kind of lame.
Damon
It
Sins?
is lame.
Yeah.
I do.
Work on that one, buddy.
The way it's like spelled too.
Wait, it's a porn name.
It sounds like he's from Cincinnati or something like that.
Damon Sins.
It's good old Damon Sins, the party guy from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Neither the police
Coming at you
account...
live, Damon Sins.
Yeah.
Damon Sins.
Yeah, it's like the name of like the DJ at a strip club.
Totally is.
Neither the police account nor the DA's charges offer any evidence that Carrera's job, Whitney's video work, or the content they produce is in any way related to the crimes alleged. On February 1st, 2019, the police press release continues. Detectives served a search warrant at their residence and contacted Mercedes Carrera and Jason Whitney in the home. A search of the residence was conducted, and detectives located a large amount of evidence corroborating the victim's statement. Additionally, detectives located methamphetamine and 2 loaded handguns in the home. This account contradicts Carrera's statement to XBiz, which has the police using her daughter's father as part of a sting operation that included barging into her house. It is unclear from both accounts how the search warrant was served or if weapons were used during the raid. Neither the police nor the DA have released any statements about the large amounts of evidence they gathered at Carrera's home.
quote, large amounts of evidence.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
Got to know what that large amount of evidence is. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter what your opinion is at this point. You know, like what do they have?
Yeah.
What is this large? Like they got to have like something that's just concrete as hell.
I mean, it's also weird because she's not talking with a public defender, according to her. She's being isolated in this place, and the charges. The police statement is within 4 months, and the charges go over a year and a half. So it's like,
right.
What are we supposed to believe here? Things aren't adding up anywhere. The drugs and gun charge, the 9th charge for both Carrera and Whitney, alleges that both of them committed the felony of unlawfully possessing methamphetamine while armed with a loaded, operable firearm, to wit, semi-automatic firearm. The date of the drugs and guns charge is on or about January 31st, 2019. That is the day before the raid that supposedly found these items. San Bernardino DA Bobby Mann could not speak specifically about this case, but said that she did not know why the reviewing DA had decided to backstage that charge to before the evidence was found. That's interesting.
That is it. That's odd too. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of very strange things about the way they're going about this. But I'm not an expert in this sort of thing at all.
No, not at all.
I wish I was an expert in this, because now I'm just gonna have to bullshit to fill in the spaces.
Yeah, me too.
Another curious point about the police press release is that although it is dated February 5th, it says that both suspects were denied bail and remain in custody. The arrangement and bail hearing was on February 6th, and Carrera mentioned that though detectives had mentioned $1 million or $2 million bail during interrogation, she was surprised that the judge had decided to deny bail a day after the police press release had seemingly predicted it. The charges mention that both Carrera and Whitney have a prior serious or violent felony conviction, but XBiz has not been able to corroborate this or what the nature of that conviction was.
Do you know if Nick Recada's looked into any of this? I like watching his streams, and this would be an interesting one.
He may have mentioned it, and I saw people in the chat talking about him. Him and I are kind of in talks about him coming on here soon. He's tweeted at me before in the past, and yeah, we're him and I have shot a couple messages back and forth.
Cool.
And
yeah, that'd be really interesting for him to go through the documents, like the actual legal documents for the case, and kind of dissect it. I love watching that shit. He's a good dude, man. Absolutely.
Very knowledgeable. I know he's like primarily a civil lawyer, so I don't know how much he dives into criminal law, but he would definitely have a better understanding than I would anyway.
I think he works in criminal law right now, doesn't he?
Does he? I thought he was...
I think he did.
I thought he was... I thought he specialized in civil law, but I could be wrong.
Maybe.
The last section of the police press release is perhaps the most problematic. Detectives believe that there may be additional victims and are releasing the booking photos of each suspect. Nothing in the charges, or according to Carrera, anything during the interrogation, referred to anyone other than a single alleged victim, whom Carrera identifies as her own daughter. It is unclear why the detectives believe there may be additional victims.
Yeah, I remember that part of the initial statement, the public statement that was made.
Yeah.
And it did say that they believed that there were other victims.
XBiz has repeatedly tried to reach Detective Patton to clarify these discrepancies, but has not responded to our messages.
Oh, someone in the chat said Nick works in criminal defense. Then I was mistaken. I thought because I thought it was because like the first time I saw him speak about things, it was the Maddox Dick Masterson thing.
Yep.
So I assumed he was you know, a civil attorney.
He is just the law.
He is the
he knows the law.
His streams are huge, man. He pulls huge numbers. Even at like, it'll be, I don't know what part of the country he lives in, but it'll be like 2 a.m. here, and he's got like 3,000 live viewers streaming at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Reading some legal document and drinking whiskey, and everybody egging him on to drink some Fireball. That's fun streams. I love watching him.
Fireball.
The wrong producer. The Rancho Cucamonga press release, plus the deeply unflattering mugshots of Carrera and Whitney taken at their moment of highest anxiety and confusion, immediately caught the attention of mainstream press.
I cannot believe how shocked people were that she looked bad in a mugshot.
Whoever looks good in a mugshot?
Almost nobody.
Like
there's a few like there's a few nice looking mugshots of people that became like memes for a while.
I wish I wasn't such a sweet boy because I think I'd have a beautiful mugshot, but I'd never get one.
But yeah, like, first of all, you're used to seeing her with makeup and her hair done really nice and wearing some attractive clothing because that's part of her job. And also the circumstances surrounding being arrested and what she was being charged for. She's not going to look
you're
good.
going to look like shit.
There's an entire like photo set that somebody did of porn stars without makeup on.
I've seen it.
And it's like she doesn't look much different than any of those girls.
Some of them are scary, man. Like, well, you know, makeup on, you're like an alien now. What happened?
The cool thing about porn, right, is that we objectify these women, and they get to be at their most perfect point when they film, right?
You're right.
By the end of the film, they're a little frazzled. They've got juices and fluids in places they probably didn't have when they started, but that's part of the process. And even at the end of that, when you paint that picture of destruction and defiling to these women's faces, vaginas, and buttholes, they still are presented well. It's shot to entice you. A mugshot's not shot to hold up anything other than a criminal record of this person who's probably just had one of the most harrowing moments of their life, being arrested and detained.
Yes.
Whoa.
So judging them by their mugshot is the worst of humanity, in my opinion. They're already at their worst spot. They could be terrible fucking people. We don't know if they're guilty or not, but judging them on the fucking mugshot is just, it's worthless.
Yeah.
It's a terrible fucking moment in time.
I saw so many comments of people that were just shocked. It's like, yeah, you know, you're not going to look good.
That's how it is.
You don't have time to prepare at all, right? Your door's being kicked in. You're worried about probably your child. You're worried about everything. Like, what's going on?
Well, shit, look at people's driver's license pictures when they're not even under stress. You just go down to get your driver's license photo done, and you still look like shit.
I've had driver's license photos that look like mugshots before.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're prepared for that,
look
right?
like that? Fuck.
Like, you're ready to go in and just seize the day on your driver's license photo.
And then you look like shit.
So are we on the part about the 11:26?
At 11:26 a.m. on the morning of February 6th, CBS Los Angeles tweeted sexual abuse arrest. Legal name, better known as the porn actress Mercedes Carrera, and producer Jason Whitney, a.k.a. Jay Allen, faced charges of sexually abusing a young girl in Rancho Cucamonga. Immediately, several members of the adult industry pointed out that Jay Allen is a well-known porn photographer, and he is not Jason Whitney. Jay Allen himself tweeted, CBS, please delete this tweet with my name attached. This is incorrect info. I have nothing to do with these people. Apparently his stage name is Damon Sins.
People were saying it's pronounced Demon.
Demon?
Demon Sins.
Okay,
so that's even
I'll
gross.
just say
More
Demon.
Gross. So they reported the wrong name in that original story.
I noticed that right off the bat.
That is so fucking irresponsible.
It is. It's terribly irresponsible, and maybe it set the tone for an entire investigation full of fuck-ups here. We don't know.
It seems like that in some cases.
It really does.
Like I said, I'm not siding either way. There's too much hearsay, too many assumptions. Let's see what happens in court. But yeah,
CBS Los Angeles didn't attach a correction until 24 hours later. Their tweet misidentifying Allen and accusing him of his heinous offense is still up as of today. I would sue.
That's jacked.
I would sue. CBS mistake was not random. Rancho Cucamonga police had indeed identified Jason Whitney as a.k.a. Jay Allen in the original press release. The police did not update their information until they were contacted by multiple people via social media pointed out their liability for slandering the wrong person. On February 7th, they updated the press release. Through further investigation, they wrote, detectives have learned that Jason Whitney uses the name Jay Allen on a social media platform. However, he is better known in the adult entertainment industry as Demon Cinnabon. XBiz has reviewed several of Whitney's social media accounts and cannot find any instance of him impersonating well-known photographer Jay Allen. While Carrera and Whitney remained in jail with no internet access or meaningful visits from their state-appointed lawyers, the mainstream press started spreading the news about their arrest, taking their cues from the supposedly authoritative police report. The report, with its insinuations about additional victims and bedroom setups where they could film and record various pornographic video and web shows, caught the imagination of both the professionally prurient and many of the adult entertainment community who had found Carrera's outspokenness, attitude, and regular social media feuds and tirades strident and often offensive. The mainstream press, also tantalized by a porn figure they had heard about, Carrera had made herself into something of a pinup girl for the Gamergate controversy, gaining a name as a rare anti-feminist porn star. Carrera's politics, she has also defined herself as a bleeding heart libertarian, and her constant shout-outs to the military and, ironically, given her current situation, law enforcement, made her a darling of the right-leaning internet crowd. Her downfall was vocally celebrated online by the many enemies she had made through the endless exposure during Gamergate and beyond.
Yeah, and then there was all this guilt by association that came our way as well. Everyone trying to make it sound like she was basically a host of this show at some point. It was just ridiculous, and somehow we should have known that someday she would be accused of a crime like this.
Mercedes Carrera for 69th peasant.
Yeah.
The mainstream press.
I love how this article, real quick. I love how this article always they always do this. It turns around into politics one way or another.
Oh yeah, that's why so many people just jumped all over it. People to the right attacked us because we had her on, but then I would point out that she had been on all sorts of right-leaning channels. In the past. So
it's not just you guys.
Look, I think this. Show's always had a history of liberal-leaning people that didn't lean so far that they wouldn't talk to the other person.
I would say Mercedes qualified as someone who was more further to the right than the average guest on Drunken Peasants.
But I think this show has always been, like, the hosts have always been fairly liberal. But they're not afraid to talk to people on the other side.
Never.
It's never been a problem to have somebody on the right on and listen to them, and sometimes maybe call out their garbage island policies.
Right.
It doesn't stop us from having a conversation, having a couple laughs, and maybe building.
It's so fucking aggravating, this new attitude that we should just not talk to the people we disagree with, but fucking throw stones at them from inside of our house. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's ridiculous. It gets you nowhere, and it's just it just turns people against one another for no reason. I mean, there was a time when people didn't even talk about their political views just because they knew it would turn into bullshit. But now people are ultra vocal about their political views online, especially, and it just they won't talk to the other side.
They'll talk about their political views, but they will not
engage someone who disagrees with them.
It's the pussification.
They'll talk shit about the people they disagree with.
Yeah. And they'll immediately call them a Nazi and or cuck, depending on which side you're on.
Yeah, that's an example.
It's 100% like that's what it's turned into. I don't need to engage with this cuck. I don't need to engage with this Nazi. And it's like, okay, then you don't need to formulate your fucking opinion. If you can't defend it on the battlefield of thought, you don't deserve to have it. I don't want to talk about this anymore because you can't, because you're a fucking nincompoop idiot that follows bullshit. You follow the fucking trail of bullshit, and there's bullshit everywhere, both sides. Grow some balls. Oh, yeah. Scroll down. Let's talk more about our favorite porn star.
Yes.
Well, you're gonna get quoted on that.
I know,
if she
right?
comes out guilty.
Shit. The strange case of missing the San Bernardino County public defender, or the strange case of the missing San Bernardino County public defender. Anyone familiar with police procedure or the legal system, or anyone who has watched Netflix Making a Murderer, knows that it's extremely difficult to defend yourself in court, and it is virtually impossible if you don't have access to a competent lawyer.
Some of the chat said send her back to Mexico. First of all, she's Puerto Rican, and third, I'm pretty sure she was born in the United States anyway.
Send her to Mexico.
But even if she wasn't, if she was born in Puerto Rico, she'd still be an American anyway.
The confusing part of that, though, the confusing part of that, though, is that she did do a pornography film where she played a border hopping Mexican illegal.
I thought that was hilarious.
I thought that was
enough proof right there.
It was so dude. It was before the first time we ever had her on the show. I was like looking at her videos, and there was a video of her all dirty, like sneaking across the border, and she gets caught and like gangbanged by the border patrol, and then they send her back out on the wrong side of the border anyway.
Wrecked.
That rules. All right, I'm gonna have to.
I don't even know if it's still out there.
Sounds hilarious.
I don't even know if it's still out there.
Extremely
but,
difficult to defend yourself in court, and it is virtually impossible if you don't have access to a competent lawyer. On February 5th, after a traumatic 4 days in virtual isolation, Carrera learned that her case had been assigned to Dennis Wilkins, a veteran lawyer with the San Bernardino County Public Defender Office. Wilkins has been described by a source familiar with the Rancho Cucamonga courthouse as someone who used to be a good lawyer until not long ago. But then something happened, and he seems disillusioned by the whole thing. What a horrible
I just don't have a love for the craft anymore.
Wow.
I want to dance.
What a fucking horrible description of somebody.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
From 2003 to 2014, Wilkins used to be associated with a legal blog called Public Defender Dude. Public Defender Dude, where he posted his musings about how difficult it was to defend the poor in the law and order obsessed San Bernardino County.
Meanwhile, just every time he goes somewhere.
Hold on, I hold on 1 second. I'm getting a call. Oh, hello. It's Mercedes Carrera.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, here we go.
You don't have to worry about anything. You got Public Defender Dude on the case. No, yeah, it's Public Defender Dude. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be just fine. Okay.
Worst case scenario, you live rent free until they decide what to charge you with.
Yeah, you just do what you can.
3 squares and a TV, you're good.
Yeah.
Take off the green outfit.
No TV.
Take off the green outfit.
No TV.
If you walk around naked, it'll be better than being in the green outfit.
Oh God, stop.
All right,
stop.
I gotta go. We're talking shit about you online. All right.
Oh.
But yeah, it's fucking Public Defender, dude. She's fine.
No.
It's fucking horrible. Why post? Why write? How to keep it up? How to stay relevant is one of the last entries on the blog before it was abandoned in 2014. So we're getting a desperate, fallen version of Public Defender Dude to Defender 2. This guy's been giving up on the game because his blog sucked.
I'll tell you what, they get paid like shit for doing jobs that other people get paid a lot to do.
They get paid like shit and they get overworked. Like they'll give these guys a ton of cases, so you know you're just not going to. There's no legal defense there. The guy's too busy. He doesn't care.
And the whole thing is they want you to plead down to a lower charge so they get their win up and can move on.
Question from Saturday. I get 25% off everything at both mocks and singles, packs and big booty bitches. Big booty bitches.
What?
Big booty bitches, That's Magic the Gathering, 25% discount.
Just off Magic?
I'm about to use you to get some Magic the
about to
Gathering
use you to get
about to get some Magic the Gathering cards.
All right.
XBiz left a message for Wilkins asking for his comments on the case. This was a few days before we met Carrera in jail, and she mentioned that she had only seen Wilkins in court and he had never come to the detention center to review her case and options. Wilkins did not return our message, but the next day he answered his private line. He was not aware of the Mercedes Carrera case, but actually chuckled when we mentioned her legal name and said, "Oh, you're press. I'm not telling you anything about that."
Oh.
After an awkward silence, he said, "Do you have anything to tell me about that?" Wow.
What the fuck?
XBiz laid out the discrepancies of the dates of the alleged abuses. Wilkins chuckled again and then said, "You can write this. My name is Dennis Wilkins, and I'm the public defender assigned to the case. I have no other comment. Goodbye."
Whoa.
Away.
Signed, Public Defender Dude.
Wow. What a shit
puts his arm up
lawyer.
and flies away.
Wilkins then hung up on XBiz. A later attempt to see him in his office, a floor above the district attorney's office, was unsuccessful. XBiz tried to get in touch with several people at the San Bernardino County Public Defender's Office, but they do not have a public information officer, and repeated messages to San Bernardino Public Defender Christopher Gardner and his secretary have been unanswered.
Never going to get answers from them. They don't care.
So this is the next chapter in the story.
If Public Defender Dude, who wrote a blog for over a decade, doesn't want to comment, we have a problem. This guy was the fucking most self-serving public defender ever. He held a blog for over 10 fucking years and ended the blog saying, "Why do I do any of this?" Right? He is the most disillusioned, bitter fucking asshole. And he's her public defender. And oh, you're the press. I wish you would have been here when my blog was still active. Maybe I'd get some more views. But you're not getting a word from Public Defender Dude.
Nope.
Not today.
According to Carrera, the accusations and the arrest are connected to the ongoing custody battle with her daughter's father. During the jailhouse interview, Carrera offered a lot of information about the possible connection to XBiz, who will handle it with confidentiality to protect the identity of the minor. According to Carrera, the girl's father is a 48-year-old photographer with whom she had a tumultuous relationship with a decade ago. I was 24, she said. I had only known him for a short while. I got pregnant and decided to keep her. She says the photographer, who is fairly well known in a non-adult niche market, grew up in a controlling religious cult, and I idolized his father, but had lapsed during the time she knew him.
What?
So weird. When we were together, he was the one that wanted to get in porn. I shot videos with him, Carrera alleges.
Dude's a freak.
Well, allegedly. After the breakup, Carrera said she had custody of their daughter. We never married, and I'm the mother, but I didn't want her to grow up without a father, so we were civil for many, many years. Carrera said that they were both traveling a lot for work, so it made more sense to have their daughter stay with whomever was in town, and they made the arrangements informally. Carrera insisted that she would have stayed in Los Angeles County if not for the fact that the photographer chooses to live in complete isolation in a hillside property that overlooks the San Bernardino area. The photographer's father passed away last year, and Carrera noted he's gone back to being super religious. He never had an issue with what I do, but 4 months ago there was a big blowout when he came over and had an argument with my husband. My husband got really angry and told him to watch it, because since we were never married, he could see my daughter only because I was being nice to him.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
People were saying in the chat that this seems like a biased source.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
But it's the only source.
Yeah, it's the only thing we have. This was reported like almost 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
And this is the only follow-up that was even made. So many people were quick to write the initial story, but this is the only follow-up I could find right now.
And we can't even get a fucking statement from the public defender dude, right?
Yeah.
So think of how hard it was for XBiz to get this straight from the horse's mouth. But it's all it is from the horse's mouth. The police aren't responding. The public defender is not responding. I'm sure they haven't talked to the father.
I was going to say, has anybody tried talking to him or the guy at all?
I would love to know if they did. If XBiz is a friend of Mercedes, maybe they don't want to go there because they're trying to paint her in a better picture. We don't know for sure. This is all we have to work with.
Yes.
And we're going after it because Mercedes was a part of the show, and it was people were fucking throwing us shit because she was on the show a few times. And it's like, you know what? We're gonna follow this because it's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's part of the lore of Drunken Peasants. It is, whether we like it or not.
Yep.
The lore. I love it.
It's the lore.
It's the lore.
Child Protective Services is only going after me because of what I do for a living. Everyone in here and the few friends who have visited agree that this would have never been handled like this in LA County. I've worked in cases with people who are accused of these kinds of sexual contact with their children, said a source who is familiar with the case, but asked not to be identified. Pedophiles who do what Carrera has been charged with are not high-functioning individuals. They're broken people who can't talk about the children in question for more than a few minutes without saying something off. Mercedes sounds exactly like a mother who's grieving about being separated from her daughter.
So what exactly is being said there? Saying that, so their opinion, as someone who's worked in these sorts of cases, is that she doesn't seem like a molester.
She's not. Well, she's not showing that. Which, if this XBiz was a friend of Mercedes, they would say this in the sense of defending her.
Sure.
But if their journalistic integrity is to be believed, then that's something to consider.
That makes sense.
Yep.
XBiz attempted to reach the Rancho Cucamonga office of San Bernardino County Children and Family Services, but we were told no information could be made public. We were referred to C.L. Lopez, Human Services Communication Officer at their central location, who wrote down our questions about who the case officer was and how unusual it was that Carrera, who has not been convicted of anything and is awaiting trial, was not transported to her scheduled custody hearing, resulting, according to her, in her loss of custody and restraining order against trying to contact her daughter. We have not received a response as of today. The San Bernardino Family Court phone line did not offer any options to talk to public information officer and played endless music while failing to connect us to an operator.
So a lot of people in the chat right now are saying, oh, you know, a lot of people are saying the reasonable thing. Yeah, you guys shouldn't have gotten shit for her being on the show. She was literally only on like 5 times in 5 years.
Right.
And that's true, but asshats like Razor Fist, who admitted he didn't even know if she was guilty or not, gave us shit for having had her on, while at the same time making videos defending Michael Jackson. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, that's a big reason. And we had Caden Cowgirl doing it too, a few days after Razor Fist.
Oh,
I wonder
of
who
course
she pissed off. Stinks like foul play. Yeah, you know what, Cynic? It could be. You could be right. And that's something I wanted to ask people in the chat right now and people watching this after the fact. If you want to leave a comment, what do you think? Do you think these are false accusations? Do you think this is a setup? Do you think she probably is guilty of what she's being accused of? You let me know.
Do you think because Razor Fist has been a guest on this show multiple times that he also might be guilty of something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let us know.
Good logic. Yeah. Good logic there, right?
Busted.
And the response, they haven't received a response from the communications officer as of today. The San Bernardino Family Court phone line did not offer any options. Oh, this is the Muzak one. Yeah, we already went through this.
Here we are. All right, so
a law enforcement obsessed community versus the men in uniform loving porn star. The other factor in this case is San Bernardino County itself, which has often been referred to as a red state within California, including by Carrera during our interview. It would be impossible to overstate the obsession the county and Rancho Cucamonga in particular has with law enforcement, the military, flags, veterans, and uniforms. Rancho Cucamonga might only be 70 miles east of Porn Valley and 45 from downtown Los Angeles, but is actually 1,000,000 miles in terms of atmosphere and attitude.
Yeah, and just to speak to what we just heard, Mercedes Carrera ran something that she called a charity. I don't know if it was officially, but it was called Operation MILF, and she would have ex-servicemen fuck her, like make porn with her.
Yeah.
And that was like her charity.
That was her giving back.
Yeah, giving back.
Military.
Giving back by taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come over here and give it to me.
What a good program. I wish there was a porn star that would do that for fat, out of shape losers.
Dude, we'd be in line, right?
Oh, not me. I'm a fat, out of shape winner.
All right.
But
well, I'm not.
Well, yeah, no, Alan, you could get some.
I'll try.
The foothills city resembles much more aspirational middle-class Orange County enclaves like Irvine than anything in diverse Los Angeles. Uniformity is a virtue in this place, from endless strip malls to the jail itself, all painted in that instantly recognizable but also indefinable ochre, tan dun, orangey yellow color of outlet malls around the country. The Rancho Cucamonga Police Department has brochures, Volunteers Wanted, inviting civilians to get deputized as citizen volunteers if they're at least 18, have a high school or GED diploma, and interested in duties like citizen on patrol, crime prevention, and neighborhood watch. As XBiz made one last attempt to meet up with Detective Patton, a group of young boys definitely of high school age approached the station wearing miniature versions of the police uniform and speaking in the characteristic curt and intimidatingly official jargon of grown police officers. They got little baby cops running around.
Oh no.
Little young boys.
Yeah, they used to have those in Albuquerque when I lived there. It was like if you were anyone who was like 18 to 20 years old who wasn't old enough to be a cop could be like the police support people.
I'm a junior ranger.
Yeah. And they had their own cars and everything too.
Wow.
We have that here, but it's with a bunch of the older folks with the sheriff's department. They're all like in their 70s and 80s.
Oh yeah, they're shooting people
like
in the back.
Duty and shit.
Yeah, they think they have their pepper spray and they accidentally blow someone's head off.
Yeah.
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 These crew-cut sporting teens, the next generation of Rancho's finest, were members of Rancho's Explorer Scout Unit. Requirements be at least 14 years old and in 9th grade and not older than 21, must maintain at least a 2.0 GPA.
A 2.0?
Yeah. Well,
that's nothing.
But come on, the cops aren't really all that smart anyways.
A 2.0 is like going to class every other day.
But they don't want smart people. The smart people, anybody with higher than a 2.0 is detective within a few years. Right?
Okay, that makes sense.
This middle
we're
grade,
just looking for grunts.
They just want you
grunts.
to work the beat. No serious arrest or conviction, successful completion of a background investigation, and oral interview. Must complete the Basic Explorer Academy within 1 year of joining the post. Carried small batons and were in the process of receiving 100 hours of intense training, including chain of command, laws of arrest, search and seizure, weaponless defense, firearm safety, handcuffing.
What do you think happens during that oral interview, though?
Yeah, dude, I think that's it. So
you want to read the last lines?
Okay, whatever.
We read like 48 minutes of this. There's like 4 lines left.
All right.
Okay, so we're just a little Across the corporate park-looking security compound, past an impressive fountain emblazoned with the words "Foothill Communities Law and Justice," stood the courthouse where the DA that's charging Carrera, the public defender who won't meet up with her, and the judge who will ultimately decide if her case moves forward and if she can get bail, all work together. In the lobby of the courthouse, there's a hyper-realistic statue of a police officer holding a dying fellow officer on the ground. His regulation firearm next to his body. It's called Officer Down. XBiz was warned to stop taking pictures of it. The judge doesn't like it when people do that, said the guard.
What?
That's okay. So there's a statue. There's a statue of an officer down being held with a gun next to his body, regulation firearm, and the judge doesn't like it when people take pictures of it.
No pictures of my statue.
So weird.
It is.
This whole case is weird. Like, there's no good outcome here. There's no good outcome.
Hey, everyone, if
He's
you're
not
watching,
walking away from that.
If you're watching the stream right now, please like it. We've got over 900 live viewers. I think at least half of you will do us a solid and like the stream and subscribe. If this is your first time watching, you should definitely subscribe. We're going to do some more amazing stuff. Amazing. Judges.
Judges be judging, man. They wanted her out of the community, sounds like it. Well, I mean, I don't think they would just do this to get her out of the community. There has to be a lot of things at play here if she is really being set up like this.
Yeah, look at that fucking like button. Shoot the fuck up. Thanks, guys.
Shoot up there.
All right, so, you know, I've been saying ever since everyone was like, is Joe Biden going to run for president? I was like, you know, all the creepy shit I've seen him do on video is eventually going to come back to bite him. So I guess there's more allegations against Joe Biden.
Come back to Biden?
No. Joe Biden was Barack Obama's right-hand man, a tactile, familiar politician who's now stirring a very...
He's getting a Medal of Honor, you know, or whatever the fuck that thing is.
Whatever that is.
You see Obama pat him on the back like that? That's disgusting, Obama. Keep your hands to yourself. Oh, get your hands off of him!
A second woman has come forward to accuse him of inappropriate touching back in 2009.
He walked up to me and wrapped his hands around my face like that and pulled me in.
I mean, there's so many videos of him doing this. There's video of it. Sometimes
he's a creep, dude.
Sometimes the people he's doing it to are like 13-year-old girls.
Well,
all the pictures I've ever seen of him doing that shit is with like little girls.
This guy should not be the front runner. I mean, aside from this shit, he's old and out of touch.
Yeah.
And started rubbing noses with me. And it wasn't,
rubbing noses. Let me give you an Eskimo kiss, sweetheart. Can I give you an Eskimo
Joe
kiss?
Biden, you're really weird.
Yeah. Shit.
An Eskimo kiss, and then stop. It was for like a good 15 seconds, and I remember thinking...
He stuck his tongue up my nostril and sucked some of the snot out of there.
And then we totally macked.
Is he going to kiss me?
Her claim has echoes of another recent allegation made by Nevada politician Lucy Flores.
I felt him get closer. He leaned in and was like right behind me on my body. And
whoa.
She can kick his ass, though. Look at her.
Yeah.
And he leans down, smells my hair, and then plants this big, long kiss on the top of my head.
He kissed her on the top of the head?
Yeah, like...
Fucking sicko.
If you hardly know somebody at all, that's just not
Eskimo
appropriate
kisses,
at
kissing
all.
on top. It's fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. He has boundary issues that probably haven't been addressed because he was a white man growing up in the 70s.
Well, I mean,
60s?
also vice president before that, senator.
Yeah.
He may have even been in the Congress before the Senate, too.
Nobody's ever had the balls to tell him he's weird. They're like, well, he's got too much power. He's fucking a politician. It's just you know, be happy he's
This
not.
is what they do.
Yeah.
this is just par for the course.
And it's at this point now where we've been watching him on TV do this, where I don't think he's. I don't know.
He went to the Bill Clinton School of Boundaries.
I don't think he's predatory, but I don't know. But what he's doing is 100% creepy and fucking weird.
And he must be dumb. He must not realize it, or he's dumb, or he's like in denial because he does it on camera.
Yeah.
We're like
all
people.
the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Those uncomfortable stories come as the former vice president eyes a possible 2020 bid. In a statement, he said, "In many years on the campaign trail and in public life, I've offered countless handshakes, hugs, expression of affection, support and comfort. Not once, never, did I believe I acted inappropriately. If it is suggested I did so, I will listen respectfully, but it was never my intention."
I believe
that's probably the best.
You taking his word on that?
I mean, I believe this. I believe he was just being creepy, affectionate Biden. I don't think if there was more.
Well, someone would want to ask him what gives you the right to act this way to people you don't know at all. You know.
I mean, I've had people run up and fucking like play with my hair that I don't know at all. I've had people run up and like give me like weird fucking hugs and kisses and stuff. It's weird, but some people do that.
That's just how they do. Yeah.
It's something like I don't think this is coming from.
You're not the vice president,
I
though.
know you like batting, that's cool and all, but it's just an ERC-20 token. If you want to see how a real crypto is supposed to work, look at this thing called Nerva. Any shitty computer can mine it. Totally democratic, unlike Ether and Bitcoin.
Should we pick?
I mean, I'll check that out for sure. I mean, the tokens are just cool because we get them. You know, they're given to us based on attention, basically. And then every now and then you guys will get some more tokens that you can give us, and we get tokens for you downloading the browser using our link. But yeah, I mean, and the value of them has gone up quite a bit recently. So that's
should we
good too.
find a crypto out there that's really low, and we'll all get behind it and all buy a bunch of it, and that will drive the numbers up huge. And when word gets around, the numbers
are serious whales for it to really.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I mean, you would need whales, like people willing to buy, like at least 5 figures of it to really see a difference. Getting a couple hundred people together to buy like $50 each isn't going to do shit.
No, we're all going to buy $1,000.
The climate and conversation has changed, though, and his colleagues know it.
I think that it's important for the vice president and others to understand is it isn't what you intended, it's how it was received. And that's generally about communication in general.
The debate has made this infamous interaction go viral. But Stephanie Carter, the wife of the then Defense Secretary, insists it was just a close friend helping.
Yeah.
It's just a close friend giving me a little kiss, little shoulder.
Is he like, yeah?
And this is how creepy it was.
So is this the wife of the dude that's standing there?
I think, or if not,
think so.
If not, he was so uncomfortable he had to reach back and give her a pat on the shoulder, like you're not alone. Don't worry.
Do it again.
We got your back.
I bet he's poking her in the butt right now. But he's got a big old boner.
Keeps his pants unzipped so it just kind of falls out.
I just think
this is what I'm talking about, doing this kind of shit to people you don't know. Like if that was like a family member of his, then that's different.
Well, he probably knows these people.
Not like that.
Well,
he's an idiot then if he thought that.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's an overly affectionate person.
Do you think they're touching right now, like back to front?
You think his dick's just rubbing up on her
That's what I was
butt?
saying. I said he's probably poking
like they're
her.
just up against each other right now, and he's holding her shoulders and kissing her ear and shit. That is
Debate has
fucking
made
weird.
this infamous
That's like flirting right there.
Yeah.
That's like flirting. That's like what you do to someone you want to make out with.
I had teachers do this to me as a kid, right? Like,
what?
Yeah, they would like give me like little shoulder rubs and stuff all the time. So like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't.
The
think
hands on the shoulders is one thing, but the like trying to like get your lips all close to their ear and shit.
Yeah,
that's
weird.
like flirting. That's like not just being like want to hug somebody.
Look at her face right now in this
Yeah,
still. She is just kind of going like, "What do I do?"
I don't think people should do this. I don't. I'm not saying that he should get away with being a fucking creepy Uncle Biden. I'm just saying if this is
but
where
it would
stops.
be funny if he got into the presidency and he's just out there just making out with everybody he runs into. That shit would be hilarious.
His presidency would not last very long if that happened.
Yeah.
I think
It'd
this is
be
enough
great.
to kill him.
I'm all for the entertainment.
I think this is enough
I'm
to
here for
kill
the
him
entertainment.
regardless for political aspirations as president. They're not going to put their money on a guy who's got videos of him being so publicly creepy. But I don't know. If this is where it stops, if this is all he's doing it on camera, it's like he doesn't think it's bad, right? Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Thanks, PT Ham.
All
by
I'm
the way.
saying is he obviously doesn't think this is bad behavior, right? Based
Of
on
course
him
not.
doing
He's
it.
doing it right in front of everybody. The guy's giving a speech, and he's over here kissing some chick's ear, man. He
That
doesn't
should
care.
go viral.
Not even a little
Stephanie
bit.
Carter, the wife of the then Defense Secretary, insists it was just a close friend helping someone get through a big day. Biden's big day may be yet to come, and it could well be defined by his ability to embrace a fresh approach. Cordelia Lynch, Sky News, Washington.
Embrace a fresh approach. It's his
Gonna get in that
embraces.
Oval Office and book.
It's his embraces that are getting him in trouble here.
By the way, guys, we're doing the post show tonight, which is usually only available to patrons on Twitch. If you go to twitch.tv/drunkenpeasants and follow us there, you'll be able to catch the show tonight.
Live
we're going to do some
on
interesting
Twitch.
stuff, play a game, and just kind of shoot the shit and talk. It's kind of like a more chill, say whatever we want
And
kind
if
of
you-
thing over there.
And if you can't catch it live, you can become a patron.
Yeah.
And watch it afterwards. But we're going to
I
film
like
it
your
live.
guys' Twitch streams. They're fun. It's like
Yeah.
a different atmosphere over there. It's
Yeah.
cool.
We actually played Apex Legends a few.
Oh, can I be your third? Let's do it.
We're definitely going to do that again soon, but we're going to play a different
Okay.
game tonight. But that's a secret.
Are you guys on Xbox or PSN?
PS.
Yeah,
Yes.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm your third. Hit me up.
Bang,
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it, but it's fun.
Yeah, so everyone, we're already almost at 300 likes. I think we can make it to 500 before the end of the stream. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. I'm glad that there's such a great turnout today, too. Thanks for showing up, guys. There's a few more news stories I wanted to cover before we move into the next segment. And by the way, if you sent in a Streamlabs and it wasn't read out by TTS, we will get to it. Let's see. So feel free to keep sending them. I'm probably going to read them at the end of the show.
Fair enough.
Into the show.
And just a reminder, we do a weekly bonus show. We're already doing one this week because we met our goal last week. So the bonus show here is for next Saturday. What is it this Saturday? That's 555?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're doing a special 555 episode.
It's going to be probably longer than usual, crazier than usual.
We're going to have the return of Wallace's game that we had on episode 500 that basically destroyed me. The fucking game was solved in like 18 minutes, I think. So we're gonna make it a little more difficult this time around. So you can't just ruin me. Pharma bro fraudster Martin Shkreli in solitary confinement after trying to run his company from behind bars.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and this is Billy's buddy here, Martin.
It's my buddy, yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Like, Billy knows this guy.
This is a fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah,
man. I can't
everybody hates
stand
him. Oh, just wait. You're about to hear some big time defending of him.
I'm not going to defend him because like the entire media was made him a scapegoat, right?
Look at that stupid face. Come on, how can you defend that?
The entire media shit on this guy, so most people they don't understand, What a saint he was. I'm going to stop calling him
uneducated plebeians over here that have no idea how to rip off cancer patients. All
wow.
right.
At least get it right. It wasn't cancer. They were accusing him of ripping off AIDS patients, but really,
whatever.
But really, he was raising the price on a drug for toxoplasmosis, which was only administered to 2,000 to 3,000 people a year, and it was a short cycle drug, so it cured you, and it was an amount of money that cured you that is comparable.
That's not what he went away for, though.
Of course not. Of course not.
That's not. I mean,
that's why he's vilified.
Nothing was illegal about that. You can argue the morality of it. That wasn't the illegal thing. So I mean, the long and short of it here is that he was not supposed to be running his business. So when he first got put away, you were like, oh, he's gonna get out quick, man. He won't even do that whole sentence.
That's what it was looking like. Yeah.
How was it looking like that, though?
That's what it was looking like.
He was breaking every fucking rule he could, and now he's in solitary.
He wasn't breaking every rule he could.
Up constantly
he's in solitary right now, right?
Yeah, because
dude, he's gonna do the full fucking sentence.
Because word is he had his phone out, right? Like
you can't. What do you mean he had his phone out? He shouldn't have a phone at all.
You can't get one.
He had one.
Well, you can rent a phone in prison for $50 a day.
Like that's sanctioned by the. Okay, well then that's contraband in prison.
Of course it is, but do you think people don't have contraband in prison all the time?
Okay, well if you're trying to get out early,
on good behavior, get out early.
Yeah, and you break the rules of being in prison and you get caught, then
you don't get out early.
You can't expect to have leniency on you, right?
We'll see.
I mean, we'll see. How is that a response?
Well, we don't know what's going to happen with him.
Makes sense.
I'm going to refer to him as Martyr Shkreli from here on out.
Martyr Shkreli?
Yeah,
Did you steal that from the chat?
No. I've been waiting to say that joke for like 2 minutes now.
Martyr Shkreli.
Fraudster Martyr Shkreli has been placed in solitary confinement after he allegedly tried to do business from prison. Federal authorities said Friday they were investigating claims that Martin Shkreli has been running his pharmaceutical company from behind bars using a contraband smartphone. The U.S. Bureau of Prisons told the Associated Press it had opened an inquiry into whether the man nicknamed the Pharma Bro violated prison rules forbidding inmates from conducting business and possessing cell phones. Now, the Daily Beast is reporting that Shkreli has been placed in lockdown after the alleged infraction. The outlet says he was moved to a special housing unit, SHU, at the Federal Correctional Institution at Fort Dix.
Oh, damn. He fucked up.
Damn, dude. That just sounds. That's like the worst name for a prison.
Fort Dix.
Yeah, that just brings up all kinds of questions in your mind if you're being sent to that prison.
Shkreli, 35, is serving a 7-year sentence for securities fraud at the low-security prison complex about 65 kilometers from Philadelphia. He was
kilometers.
Kilometers.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Yeah, people use those.
He was found guilty of lying to investigators and 2 failed hedge funds and cheating them out of millions. The Wall Street Journal reported this week that Shkreli has used a cell phone to call the shots at his drug company, Phoenixus AG, posting regularly to social media and even firing the company's chief executive a few weeks ago.
So, the whole investor thing and the hedge fund thing, do you maintain that he didn't do that?
No,
are you saying like he was unfairly targeted and then they dug up this shit? Is that normally what you say?
Here's what I'm saying. Everybody hated him for one reason, and that reason was skewed. The fraud stuff, he had 7 charges, I believe, 7 to 9 charges from the feds, and the feds have a 90% or better conviction rate on their charges, and only I think 3 or 4 of the charges actually stuck, right? So he beat most of the charges that were against him, and some stuck. Did he commit securities fraud? It looks like it. Is that make him a terrible fucking human being? Does that make him? No,
because that's what I would call, like white collar crime type stuff. There was,
Does that mean that the entire world should be celebrating his securities charges because of his raising the price of a drug? Everybody was like, fuck yeah. Most people don't even know that he's in there for security fraud. They think he's in there for fucking raising the price of AIDS.
Yeah, because people, they just believe what other people tell them instead of looking into it on their own.
So
I'll give you that. I see that happen all the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do I think he's a perfect human? Not at all. Is he my friend? Yeah. If my friend commits security fraud, all right, I'm not going to disown him. I'm not. It's fucking security fraud. Some people may or may not have gotten money. According to Martin, everybody he had involved made money off of the actions.
It says right here, a drug used to treat an infection that occurs in some AIDS, malaria, and cancer patients. So it was some cancer patients are affected by toxoplasmosis.
Well, yeah, but the toxoplasmosis is not cancer and it's not AIDS.
It's caused by cats.
It affects them. It's caused by breathing in cat feces.
Yeah.
If you don't have cats, you don't need this drug. Basically. It's some people would use the drug to cure like Lyme disease and stuff, but that wasn't the proper usage. And once the price went up, they would just subscribe a different drug. I looked all over for anybody who died from this being a price increase. There was no mention of that, but when he's on the testimony with Congress, they're asking him all these questions about mothers that can't afford to feed their fucking kids.
I love how he's in the thumbnail of that Netflix special.
Yeah. The entire series on Netflix, they put him in the fucking thumbnail to sell the series.
Yeah.
And he's in one episode for about 2 minutes tops until they spend the rest of the 30 minutes on people that do exactly what he does on a greater scale, but nobody fucking worries about them. Nobody cares about what they're doing. They all care about Martin because he was the fucking punchable face.
Yeah, but he still fucked up. He got charged. He got convicted of these crimes. He's a piece of shit. He is a piece of shit. He did those things.
And these crimes are not piece of shit crimes to me. It's fucking it's people in Wall Street or people on the hedge funds. They do this shit all the fucking time. They're always managing money illegally. And usually they don't get charged because everybody fucking does it. He got charged because he was under scrutiny for all types of shit. And someone was like, you know what, fuck this guy.
And putting yourself on the radar at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he fucked up, man. He is convicted. He is serving his time for this. And while he's there serving his time, he's still fucking up because now he's in solitary.
Look.
You don't get it.
Look. Oh, I hate it when a sentence starts off with look. And we're going to move on after you say this. Yeah. Okay.
If you want to hate Martin Shkreli, go ahead. I don't. That's my friend. I know him.
I know him. Bros.
We are bros.
Billy is known for having friends that are less than desirable to many people, like Onision.
Okay. He would spend hours a day talking to people who had a problem with him in any way, and just talking with people, making them believers in young Martin Shkreli. He's like, look, this is what I did. This is what I didn't do. He would take any interview. He would go with anybody. He would sit online bullshitting hours and hours a day with people. I don't know a lot of people that would do that, you know, if they didn't think that, you know, that they were redeemable, good people. And most people that are out there doing shitty fucking things hide from the public and don't speak with the public about it. He always, anybody who approached him with any accusations, have a talk with him. And I appreciate that, whether he's guilty or not. I appreciate his openness to talk to people.
He's in jail for it.
He's guilty of certain things.
So,
okay.
So, we're going to move on in just a moment here. We're going to go into the next segment. Really quick, we have a quick word from our sponsors. It will only take 1 minute. Don't leave, guys. I know you have short attention spans, but we're literally, the show's going to keep going in about 1 minute. So don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't.
Did you know that you can actually get paid just for listening to this podcast? Might sound insane, but it's true. And you can do it with the new free app called Podcoin. It literally pays you to listen to podcasts like the Drunken Peasants. Here's how it works. Listen to podcasts and earn Podcoin while you listen. Then turn that Podcoin in for gift cards at places like Amazon or Starbucks. Or, if you're a good person, you can even donate the Podcoin to charity. The more you listen, the more you earn. Download Podcoin app right now on iPhone or Android and use our code PEASANTS, that's PEASANTS, and you'll receive 300 Podcoin just for signing up. And if you listen to enough of us on there, you can get a cappuccino at Starbucks or an Amazon gift card on us. So listen to the podcast, or virtually any podcast on Podcoin, and sign up with the code PEASANTS, PEASANTS, to start earning today. It'll change the way you listen to podcasts.
All right, we're back. We're back. We're back, guys. We're back. Well, kind of. I'm clicking. All right. Oh, shit. There's two Allens.
Double Allen all the time.
Double me.
Yeah.
That's better.
Double Allen.
How many people am I about to be proud of? Okay, most of them stayed. I'm proud of all you guys.
Proud. Here.
I'm super
celebrate the vast majority of people staying. I will drink to that.
Thank you.
Did you get your Avengers Endgame tickets today, Benjamin?
No.
That's been a big point of contention online. People are having a lot of trouble getting their Avengers Endgame tickets.
I don't give a shit at all. By the way, guys, we're at over 300 likes. I think we can hit at least 400. If you're watching right now and you haven't hit us with a like, do it. That's really helpful to us.
Hit it.
Make sure
you guys are all there. You're already watching. Just hit the thing.
Yeah. We're about to go into Crazy People, one of our favorite segments. And people might be wondering, why aren't you doing Battle of the Crazies? We're gonna save that. We're gonna do that.
Should we read our Streamlabs?
No. I'll do that after this segment. So yeah, if you want to keep on sending in Streamlabs after this segment, I'll go ahead and read through them. So here we go, guys.
Let's do it.
Actually, I can't play that one because can't play this intro because the music will get flagged.
Oof.
Oh, that sucks.
G-Time Johnny.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I actually have someone from that intro ready to go as our first person in the Crazy People segment tonight. Here he is.
Is it Roosh V?
Right there. I'm just going to zoom in on it right there. I can't wait any longer. Oh. When there is
God.
When I look
shit. Point the camera up, Johnny. This is G-Time Johnny. He's a fucking old hippie that lives out in the woods in California.
So really,
he looks like my neighbor.
Some just
is your neighbor naked a lot?
Than others. And then
not usually.
Oh man, look at it! It's even in my fingers. But I don't care.
No. What the fuck?
Why would you not care about?
Just grab a cactus.
This is Crazy People right here.
When you see a cactus, just grab a hold of it.
It's just a beautiful cactus. You got to grab it.
Yeah, just get in there and embrace it. Embrace the cactus.
Hug it.
When you live in G-Time, you can't feel little pricks, right? You can only feel the big prick.
Oh my gosh.
Ow, what the fuck, G-Time?
It's keeping me away from the... I mean, I haven't...
I'm going to end up like this guy in like 10 years.
Don't let it happen.
I can't help it. I have paved roads to my house, man. It's just inevitable.
He used to make these really weird videos with he had like a mule or something. It was like a donkey or a mule living on his property that he used to live on. And it always sounded really weird, like he might be banging away at that mule at some point.
Oh no.
It's good to me. I haven't tasted anything like this since miner's lettuce. Let me just put the top off.
So now he's eating the cactus. Oh God.
So when I try new...
Don't eat it raw, man. I've eaten cactus before, but I've had it cooked. I've never eaten it raw.
Cactus fruit's awesome.
Yeah.
And you know what's really fun is you take those cactus fruits. We did this in high school. Take a bunch of those cactus fruits and you throw them as hard as you can at people's garage doors. It would stain them. And just stay that way forever.
What a prick. Okay, you were just talking shit about Martin Shkreli, but you're damaging people's property.
Damn.
Oh, not anymore. That was another life.
Oh, not anymore. Yeah, Martin Shkreli had left hedge funds behind and started working in pharmaceuticals.
I wasn't ripping off investors for millions of dollars. It was just a garage door. It was fine.
He just borrowed from one company to pay off another one and then made money for both companies. But that's securities fraud.
Then.
That's securities fraud.
just to take a little taste. And then don't eat any more for 3-4 hours.
Dude, this does not sound... Are you regretting this right now, Johnny? Oh, by the way, guys, if you're watching right now and you like G-Time Johnny, you can say hi to him in our Discord. There's a link.
G-Time.
There's a link down below, and G-Time Johnny is actually in our Discord. So you could, like, go in there and ping G-Time and be like, what's up, G-Time?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
This orgasmic reaction.
It doesn't look like it tastes good.
It really can't be
like
that good.
if I bite into something and it tastes good, I'm not going to start spitting. I will be savoring the flavor and not spitting.
You don't moan through it like you're like the TV is supposed to tell you to do it. Like you just moan. Oh, it's
what
so
the
good.
TV?
Yeah. It has a lot of seeds in it, but it don't matter.
It don't
matter. This is like a grape.
I don't know. Doesn't look like a grape. And you keep spitting.
I mean, I'll tell you, it could be the most tasty thing in the world, but he's making it look so gross.
Yeah, he keeps spitting, and look at his eyes, how they're all closed like that.
I kind of wish he rubbed it on his body like war paint.
Apricot and a peach all mixed up.
Apricot and a peach all mixed up.
I'm sure the dye is strong too, but
rub it in your eyes,
It'll
Johnny.
fuck up a garage door.
Here, plenty of sand around here. That's what you use. You want clean hands? Use sand. So anyway, I love you guys.
If you want clean hands, use sand.
Rhymes, it works.
Okay, I ran across these, and I feel it now. It's like I'm more awake because of the energy that's stored in these beauties. Oh my gosh! Yum 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 yum. Love you all. Bye bye.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, you know, if I want to clean myself, just get me some good sand. Nothing makes me cleaner.
Sandblaster.
Nothing makes me feel cleaner than sand. You know what? Spread it all over your bed too.
You know, there's actually
nothing feels better than sleeping in a bunch of loose sand.
There is actually people who are allergic to water, and they do use sand to clean themselves.
There's also a person named Billy who's contrarian to no matter what is said.
No matter fucking what.
I don't think that's contrary at all. I'm just saying sand is known to work for cleaning.
Okay.
It is known to be used.
Okay, you're right.
And in a clinical setting, they do have sand beds.
I just like the way that I mention a little fact and you call me contrarian because you were fucking wrong. You were
I didn't
wrong,
say
Ben.
I was right.
You were wrong.
I didn't say I was wrong.
But you had to call me a contrarian.
That's because
you are.
Even though it does, being a contrarian doesn't have anything to do with being right or wrong. You could be wrong, or you can be right and still be a contrarian.
I was just stating a
no matter what. Okay.
A little fact. Little known fact. Little known fact.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. All right. Here's Billy's favorite. Actually, Billy learned everything he knows from this guy.
Who could it be? Okay. Oh, yeah.
So when I saw that these men really care about nabbing women who don't pay taxes, and the way you know they don't pay is because they're so scared and they're attacking men who are telling others to report these booby streamers to the IRS.
These
booby streamers.
Booby streamers.
Can't have that in this PG-13 world.
I can't wait for young Roosh to fill us in on this delightful topic. I'm sure he's got a well-informed opinion on booby streamers.
Booby
So
streamers.
I sent a tweet yesterday, and by the way, this has blown up on my account. I usually get maybe 300,000 views a day on my Twitter. In the past, I've had 3 million.
What?
Yeah, 3 million. Online thoughts are finding
Guy
out
looks like he's super glued a fucking beard to his face, and he gets 3 million views. What the fuck, man? This is bullshit.
It's Roosh V. He tells people who can't fuck, who can't get girls naturally, how to game the thought process of women. Online thoughts are finding out that all income generated from their breasts and vagina is taxable.
I sent a tweet. I said, online thoughts are finding out that all income generated from their breasts and vagina is taxable. And here we have Suze Ellis and her avatar shows some big boobs, of course.
Yeah.
Because that's the value that she has.
Well, I mean, big boobs are very valuable.
Yes, they are.
Women pay thousands of dollars to get a pair, and very rarely do they regret it, right?
Right.
Boobs are a status symbol here. If you could pay $4,000 and spend a day getting smarter, you would probably do it, right?
Yeah, I would. And but these bras can go out and just get a good rack on them, and they've just upgraded themselves.
Yeah.
Like they go from a 6 to an 8, just like that.
Do you know how long I've talked to girls because they had big boobs, and I didn't care what they were saying?
Yeah.
These are conversation enhancers.
My wife has big boobs.
Yes.
I've talked to her a couple of times. She's okay, I guess.
Yes. Boobs are valuable. Roosh V talking down on them.
I know that she speaks English and that she lives in my home and that she has the most giantest of racks. So
she has overly.
But the point of it is, it's very important. It's very important.
It's very important. I mean, you can get by without big boobs. You can, but if you have them, you have a natural advantage. It's like me as a man being tall. I have a natural advantage. 600 fucking pounds a couple years ago, walking around at 6'3", couldn't see my own fucking dick, and women would talk to me because I was tall.
You're 6'3"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because I'm tall. That's a natural advantage.
A bunch of let me say it in this in a thought voice. A bunch of men on Twitter are mad because they believe they're entitled to
I love the voice.
Free nudes.
Yeah, that's great.
So they're reporting sex workers' Snapchat income to the IRS for audits. Despite sex workers paying taxes. Bullshit.
How do you know if they paid taxes or not?
Needing to make
I remember when this was going on.
$12,000 to report it on taxes. Bullshit.
Honestly, you do have to make a certain amount of money to report your taxes, right? You don't have to report if you're making
I don't know.
a small
it's
amount.
a very small amount,
but it's around $10,000 to $12,000. I'm pretty sure, and this is why women don't have to report it when they're earning that low, because most of these big boobied streamers are living off of their boyfriend's money anyways, so they don't have to. Report.
There's some that make bank doing this.
There's some that make bank, but the majority of booby streamers.
I think he tried to. I think
women.
I think some of these people came after Britney.
Probably, yeah.
Just say you hate women and leave. And here we have another one, Valerie Complex, a blue check. This asshole is fucking with sex workers' money by reporting them to the IRS. And this queen said, how big of a effing hater do you have to report sex workers to the IRS when all you have to hold on, let me say this in like a black accent.
Oh God. No. Oh yeah, let's hear what this sounds like.
Okay. How big of a fucking hater?
Oh my God.
No.
God, he's so cringy. He's so cringy.
Do you have to be to report sex workers, y'all, to the IRS?
No, stop. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
Oh, God.
When all you have to do is mind your broke-ass business.
Do you like this, Billy? Do you like this? Yeah.
I've never liked anything Roosh V has done except play with those toys to tell men.
The Angry Birds.
Play with little Angry Birds toys to try and tell men how to pick up women. That was the funniest shit because he's sitting there playing with tiny little fucking dolls to tell grown-ass men how to pick up women.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
My God, you niggas are insufferable.
It does say that, though, in the tweet.
Yeah, it does, but still, you're better than that.
He's not.
You could be better.
He's not better than that.
No,
he's actually worse than this. That's the worst part. Is Roosh V is worse than this. But
Look
this
at
is
his
not
fucking
good.
glued-on beard, man. That shit's distracting as fuck. It looks fake as shit.
Looks like he escaped the fucking Taliban.
Yeah.
And has to
he
work
looks
as
like Team America when they glued that bullshit to that guy's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna be in deep undercover, and this is the end product is Roosh V.
So notice how the only comeback these girls have is you are a hater.
You are a
You
hater.
have a small penis. You live in your mommy's basement.
It's my basement. Thank you.
When the correct response should be, I pay my taxes. Notice how none of them, and if there's been a lot of tweets, none of them were I pay my taxes or a correct description of U.S. tax law. You have to earn $12,000 to report. No, wrong, dummy. If you're earning freelance or 1099 form income, 1099 is when you are a freelancer. A company gives you what's called a 1099 form at the end of the year to say, okay, you made this much with us.
It's true.
The minimum is $400.
If you hit affiliate on Twitch,
$400, not
fill one of those fuckers
$12,000.
out.
God knows how much money that woman.
I don't know if that's true or not. That might be true. I don't know.
Might be, might not. I was always under the impression that if you didn't make over like 10,000 or something,
It could be different for freelancers like that.
But
I don't know.
It's if it doesn't add up to over 10,000, it's not worth reporting. But they have to report up to 400 or above if it's over.
Right,
grand
like
total.
there's a minimum limit that you just have to report it, and they're not going to take more taxes out on it. It just has to be on your tax form, and then there's an amount where it will be taxed. I think that's how it works. That's how I understand it, at least. Like to where like 12,000 is where like okay, now we're going to start taking taxes out of this.
Yeah,
I'm not sure though.
And scammed out of us. So here I am paying taxes like a sucker. And all these hoes apparently believe you don't have to report income.
All right.
But there is an amount that you make that you're not necessarily have to report.
Right.
And I know it's more than
amount.
I know it's more than $400.
I don't know the amount, but you are right.
Yeah.
I had part-time jobs
And you
as a kid.
you can report it.
Yeah, sure.
You can report any amount you want, but there's a certain point where they're like, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
I think my first job when I was like from 16 to 18, I was making minimum wage. I never did taxes on that shit because I never made enough. Didn't matter.
Oh man!
But to see Fake Beard Boy here like freak the fuck out about it, I say, who cares, man? It's not like it's putting a huge dent in the economy and ruining everything. It's so minuscule; it doesn't even fucking matter.
Here's a video of Jesse Lee Peterson reacting to when they made weed legal, in Canada.
Amazing.
Yeah.
For 28 years, we have been, by way of my nonprofit organization, we have been focusing
Your
on
nonprofit organization. Your tax haven, you mean?
Yeah.
On rebuilding the
That's why so many people that are so full of shit have nonprofit organizations. They don't pay taxes on it, skim money out of it.
Well, I think
absolutely.
Making a nonprofit is when you have a lot of money is just like the right thing to do tax wise.
Make the Drunken Peasants a 501c3, man. That should be hilarious. This is a non-profit.
I've noticed that in America today, most people or many people do not understand the importance of father and mother raising children together in the right way. And the parents need to become a perfect example for their children.
God, he struggles just to say simple things.
Parents need to which would make sense that he has such a simple vocabulary
Yeah.
and mindset on life. He's appealing to simple fucking people that think that, just because the Bible tells you that a man and woman need to raise a fucking child for the rest of their fucking day, and the woman must obey the man, and they can't get a divorce even if he's the shittiest fucking person or she's the shittiest fucking person. You're bound by law of religion for the rest of your fucking life. These are the type of people that want to buy into this shit.
Yeah.
He's talking to them at the perfect level. Same reason why Donald Trump talks to people at a fucking 4th grade learning level. He doesn't want to waste his words.
It's not what you say, it's how you are. It's what you do. It's spirit to spirit, right? And you can't tell your kids to do one thing, do right, but you be wrong because they're going to turn out wrong. It's not what you say. Righteousness or perfectness.
I want to know how he gets from this to weed, because I know he's going to talk about weed in this.
Holiness, whatever you want to call it, is within us. And it develops as we move through life and deal with issues in the proper way. We overcome evil with good, meaning that we don't hate it. We deal with challenges without crumbling, without complaining, and, you know, being all weak with the challenges. And kids develop that by watching their parents do it, dealing with each other, dealing with the issues of life while growing up. There's a big push.
Push? Push. Is that how he says push?
I mean, that's how he said it.
Push.
A big push.
I feel like Jesse Lee Peterson is consistently having a stroke as he's talking.
Push? Rhymes
At
with
all times,
swish?
yes.
Push.
24/7 stroke man.
Push, push, push.
There's a big push.
Another one in the basket.
In this country, to legalize drugs. Just anything that's going to destroy you. In Canada, CNN, this is from CNN, pot became legal in Canada on Wednesday.
Pot being illegal destroys more lives than pot being legal. If
I would agree with that.
Just doing pot. Pot being illegal has destroyed more lives than just doing pot.
Yes. Absolutely.
And yesterday, what was yesterday?
It also puts money and power in the hands of criminals.
2018, October the 17th, 2018. So the entire country of Canada has now legalized marijuana.
Yep.
Pot.
Yeah.
Pot.
It says right there, a $4 billion industry.
Just in
It's
case
huge.
you didn't know what marijuana is, it's also called pot.
Now, I want you all to also know that Canada has social services like free health care for everybody, so they're going to basically die. They're going to be dead in a few years.
Drugs.
Right? Weed is legal, and Medicare is medical help is free. So Canada's dead. It's dead.
They have done it for several reasons, but the primary reason is to weaken the young.
Okay. I've been to places in Canada over more than a decade where even though technically weed was illegal there, it was still pretty much legal.
Yeah, nobody cared.
Like in the Toronto area, I used to just walk down the street smoking weed and it wouldn't even.
I gotta take this call. Hello, Canada? Canada?
Oh.
Yeah, no, we're actually talking about you right now. Jesse Lee Peterson says that you legalized weed just to weaken the young. Is it? Oh, you did? You did? Oh, damn. Okay.
Exclusive.
I'm gonna let you go. I didn't realize you were that vindictive towards the youth. That's
Canada.
Kind of a dick move, Canada. But I guess I'll talk to you later. All right, bye. Yeah, no, I got this. It was. They weaken the young, yeah. That was Jesse's right. It's the only reason they legalized weed. They want to weaken the young.
From Canada on the
Thanks, Canada.
Get the potheads so deep in unconsciousness that they can manipulate them and use them for whatever purpose that they need.
Oh.
So they're letting young people get high so that they can be more easily manipulated. I mean...
This is what drives me crazy.
They're going to be so high they won't feel like doing shit.
If getting young people high, let them be more manipulated. Don't you think Onision would be pro marijuana?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
And I don't care what anyone says. Marijuana deadens your consciousness.
What does that mean? It deadens your consciousness.
It deadens your consciousness.
You're not fully woke when you're on the dope, man.
I know people think that they're conscious when they're high, but you're not. And then as time goes by, you become dumber and dumber and dumber.
You're
and
one to talk,
weaker.
motherfucker.
Yeah, sounds like a guy that's never smoked weed before.
You know what? The cool thing is if Jesse Lee Peterson did smoke weed and it made him dumber and dumber, maybe he wouldn't do this stupid fucking show. Maybe it would just give him the amount of stupidity to not sit on a fucking camera and spew out your stupid shit.
Just give that guy a wax pen and let him go. Just
yeah.
Weaker and weaker. And if you notice, young men and women today are not moving away from their parents. They're not out dealing with life.
Yeah, because they can't afford
building a life and
like they
building
used to be
a
able
career. and making money.
There's
in life
not
and giving
careers
back to the
now like
country.
there were 30
They're
years
at
ago.
home at the age of
Not a
18 to, in some cases, 60 years old. They're living with their parents. And
he's also against women like having careers and shit too. He expects one person to provide for an entire family.
Oh, he wants it to be like the 1950s.
He does, but he's an idiot because he doesn't understand how the economics of our time differ from the economics of the 1950s.
It's vastly different.
If you want to use the point that there's more people staying at home with their parents later in life, you have to realize it's because there's less jobs being created for young people than there were 30 fucking years ago. It's just the way our capitalism has worked. It's cut the fucking bottom line out, and we just don't have the same opportunities now that we did then. And yeah, there are opportunities, but there's more people fighting for lesser opportunities. So staying at home might make your life better in the long run for another 5 or 10 years, rather than fighting rent for 5 or 10 years when you don't have to.
It's a good reset, and it's a good safety net where you can just go back, reevaluate some shit, and then try it again. It's just how people are doing it now.
The parents are so weak that they can't force them out because they have not built that inner nature that causes you to want to leave home at 18 and develop and grow. I couldn't wait to get out of my home at 18 years old because I was prepared from day one. And I'm so
Everybody
grateful
fucking
because
feels that way. Like, oh, I'm 18, I'm out. I'm out. And you try it, you fuck up, you go back. Everybody does it. Well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people do that.
And
turn 18, you bounce, try to do your thing on your own, you get a roommate, shit don't work out, you go back.
You start selling meth.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shit gets
I
worse.
did it when I was 20, and I think because I waited until then, I never had to go back.
Well, that's good.
The extra 2 years.
It just
got
depends
you
on what
settled.
you're doing. I mean, when I was 18, I was working at Pizza Hut making like $5 an hour.
Yeah, sure.
Tried moving out. It did not work. But I wanted to. I was like, I'm getting the fuck out. Bye.
It made a man out of me. And so legalizing marijuana is not a good thing.
Why?
And I don't want to hear whether alcohol is legal, right? I don't care about that. Just because alcohol is legal, that's not a reason to legalize marijuana. I know,
Okay, but there are people that do marijuana that, for all other reasons, are not criminals at all, and then they get a marijuana conviction, and things happen to them, like they have to pay fines, they have to pay for a lawyer, they might lose their job. In Ohio, I was charged with a minor misdemeanor offense of having paraphernalia, so I didn't even actually have weed. I just had a pipe.
You had like a pipe?
I had a pipe, and I was charged with a drug-related offense, and they were going to take away my driver's license because they can do that. So, like, it being illegal can ruin the lives of regular, hardworking people.
And it existing, illegally is harder for people who like use it to exist, right? Like if it's illegal and you want to smoke a little fucking weed, it makes it harder on your life. But by legalizing it, what does it really fucking do? Where's the bad point in legalizing it? The bad point is you can no longer charge these fucking people and incarcerate them and make this profit prison industry off of the prohibition of marijuana.
Well, here's a question. How many people do you know that smoke weed on the regular that are just pieces of shit that don't do anything? I see more people as when they're smoking weed a little bit more active, more creative, a little bit more ambitious. That's just me, though.
I know people
I don't think
all over the spectrum.
The way he
when it
points
comes
it out
to
is
that.
you're just lazy and ready to be brainwashed.
That's
and
the
shit.
thing.
That's not how it works.
That's the thing. Those lazy fucking people could use a little fucking weed to take the edge off. It's not like if they stop smoking weed, they go out and get a fucking job. They're fucking lazy for a reason.
Yeah,
they're on the
already
couch.
lazy. They
Yeah,
just
so
need
give
the
them
weed
some
to make it
fucking
happen.
weed. There's a lot of people that smoke weed and are very active and productive, and there's a lot of people who aren't. But like the fight shouldn't be, weed keeps them from being productive. Motherfucker, if they didn't have weed, they would just be more bored doing nothing.
Exactly. Yep. I agree.
All right, so we're going to move into the next segment here. Let me read these. Let's see. So we got Jacob Bartnikowski. I think that's how you say your name. First live stream in a while. Also, take my super chat virginity. That was a super chat for 20 bucks. And then he sent some Streamlabs 25. Here's my money. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Tech, $3. Bank of America prevented me from making my Patreon payments for a couple days. Won't let me pay Patreon through PayPal anymore. Fucking Bank of America. Yeah, you know what? It happens. The beginning of the month is extremely tense for me because Patreon just goes retarded and a bunch of people drop off and they have to go in and like manually become patrons again. So yeah, check that. Check your subscribe stars just to make sure. We haven't updated the beginning and end cards yet because of the delay. We should have those updated by the next show with everyone's correct stuff on it.
Cool.
Bolt 163, YouTube gave me this money, so here you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. Someone asked about other people doing guilt by association. I would rather not give those people attention anymore because that's what they thrive on. So that's the answer to that question. What else do we have?
I only subscribe to guilt by actually doing guilty shit. Not even doing guilty shit. Admitting to doing guilty shit. If you do guilty shit but don't admit to it, you're fucking fine in my book. Just lie your way through everything.
Yeah, of course.
Look how he touches kids. There's video by this guy. It is so cringe. He's going to get Me Too'd so hard. Yeah, you're talking about Biden. Yeah.
I mean, Biden's creepy, and it's been shown multiple times in a video. But if that's where the stuff ends, is with that creepy touching, then maybe he should just go off and be a retired politician. But if it goes further than that, and he's actually like molesty, not just creepy,
well, then he goes to jail.
Yeah,
right?
Cut his ass out. His career is over anyways, right? He's not going to get any further than vice president without wasting a lot of money. So. Not with this. Not a liberal. Not a liberal.
No. Yo, safety! Let's go find this hater, put a bullet in this fucking head. How do you like me now?
I'm the only critic with the good kind of fairy drama. That's because Jesus Christ is my nigga.
All right. It's Billy's favorite segment. Here's the first... dude, this is like rapid fire.
Really?
Cringe rap. Yeah, dude, I have so many of them. Here's the first one.
Okay.
Yo, Rap Dr. D in the house. Let's kick it.
Ah! No, stop. STDs rising in seniors?
Yep.
This is a rap from a doctor about STDs rising in senior citizens.
Okay, does the number of senior citizens that listen to rap also rise? How is this target audience?
This song is about 30 years old, so yeah.
This song's 30 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, Chloe, you're a beautiful dog.
That's all retirement people.
Look at her.
Safe sex, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Rap Dr. D's rap intention. Calling out all you fellas and ladies. STDs are tearing through folks in their 80s. Can you really help being sex kittens? Why can't you wear your little love mittens? Gotta be safe, because sex has gotten risky. No shame being a freak and getting a little frisky.
Hey, I'm gonna give her the timing. She nailed it.
You know what? These lyrics here and the delivery kind of remind me of another song. Billy's first verse in Pinwheels.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Spin her on my finger like a Harlem Globetrotter.
Oh, shit.
Your body's a temple. Keeping safe's not always so simple. Sex indiscretions lead to depression. No matter how you like it, condoms give the best protection. Love it or leave it. Hormones start to flag. Things dry up and your tail comes that wag. If that is a problem, lube may solve it. See your family doc if it doesn't resolve it.
Whoa. Get
This
that lube
is so
life.
great, dude.
It sucks because
Look, it's old. No, these old people are out having wine. They're about to get in the mood. It's so bad.
Angry Grandpa is about to
Alice,
fuck
who's
the
banging
shit
right there.
out of her.
Yeah.
Sex, baby.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Oh shit. No.
The worst thing about
No, she just slid a condom across the fucking table.
Get over here and fuck me.
the worst
Come
thing
on.
about this is that the rap's actually not that bad.
Oh,
That's the-
it's not bad.
that's the
It's
worst thing
sometimes
about
it's
this.
Got a message.
The old people fucking and being promoted to use condom use is gross, but it's actually valuable, right? These people are fucking and spreading STDs like crazy because
Chloe,
they're like,
you're a
who
beautiful
cares?
dog.
Billy,
Yeah, it actually does
Billy, I
happen
worked
in nursing
a
homes.
hospital that was in the middle of a retirement village. It's called Sun City here in Arizona.
Yeah.
I worked in a hospital that was in the middle of that shit. These people fuck and they get STDs all the goddamn time. It's crazy. I was shocked. Like, you get like 88-year-old people in there with like fucking VD and shit. They don't mess around, man. Old people don't. They're out there.
Safe sex, baby.
Vaginal atrophy is something. A sex catastrophe, it can be the real thing. Quick to the point I'm making. Lubrication's key, and you know I'm not faking. Trauma from guys' erections, tears thin skin without protection. Listen up and learn from the selection. If you don't want a nasty groin infection. Aging, it's just a normal stage. We all gotta get on the same safe sex page. Fellas on standby, wanting more than...
I take it back. The rap sucks.
I wonder if this doctor's in Ohio because that guy was wearing a Miami of Ohio
University
sweater.
of Ohio?
No, Miami University of Ohio.
Really?
There's a university in Ohio called Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two Miamis, and that one looked like the colors of the Ohio Miami.
High. Should you stop? Should you just drive by? Wait till they're checked at an STD shop.
Oh my
Check
God.
things out from the bottom to the top.
That's a Frostmobile right there.
Oh damn!
Stronger.
Catch
Thanks
condoms,
Viagra,
boys.
parts work longer. Living a sex revolution. Being sex savvy is the smartest sex solution. Let's break it down. Cougars all around. All these.
Cougars all around.
Oh, Grandma, put away the fucking. That's a vaginal condom.
STDs
Vaginal condom.
on bodies. We're just a cafeteria, cesspool of germs, virus, and bacteria. What's called a clap, gonorrhea's got a rap. Sleeping around, probably a trap. Subtle and sneaky is chlamydia. You may not even know when that bug has gotten into you.
The background dance.
Syphilis makes a painless little sore. Then you spread it around every time you score. All around the scene, back in action. Tear things up, put your parts in traction. STDs are a problem. One way to solve it. See your family doctor.
Safe sex, baby.
Oh God.
Safe sex, baby.
Whoa.
They're making a drug deal.
Wait.
Why can't
Crazy
Grandpa
ass
buy
drug
his
deal
own
going down
condoms?
with-
I guess he can fuck, but he can't walk.
Yeah.
Safe sex, baby.
Man, I mean a bag of condoms. I'll
Yeah.
give you cash.
Safe sex, baby.
Take heed. I'm an STD poet. Rap Dr. D, I want you to know it. My town. I see these infections give bad news when they are detected. Sex can be a germ spill. People aren't safe for real. Virus and bacteria sexually transmitted. How to be safe, make sure the condom's fitted. I'm Rap Dr. D, and I want to help you be free of herpes, AIDS, and HPV. All these STDs really are stealthy without...
There's an old guy with sleeve tattoos.
Hell yeah, I don't fuck around.
your sex life will be healthy.
Are those
I love how the
tattoos?
plot is just condoms.
Does he have your tattoos, Ben?
Not exactly, but they look similar.
Precautions. Rap doctor out. Hope your golden years are awesome. If you've got a problem and condoms won't solve it, see your family doc. Maybe they can resolve it.
God damn it, I hate this.
Oh, why are you gonna end on that? What's happening? are these the little fucking toads?
Oh, dude, you know at their age, their butt sex is making their anal socks prolapse.
Oh, there's prolapse everywhere. There's just so much colon hanging out.
Yo, let's get out of here. Word to your doctor.
That was actually like so many levels of fucking cringe.
Yeah.
I'm impressed at how well she rapped. It wasn't good, but it wasn't like
she nailed it. She fucking nailed it, man, on the timing. Everything was it was right there. It was all delivered. It was nice. But the message is where we get lost.
Well, fuck the message, right? Fuck the fact that she's sitting there rapping about it in front of these old men throwing condoms around, and it's old women, and like it's just so fucking cringe.
Dude. These retirement places where a bunch of old people collect up, they just fuck everybody. They fuck everything. They get all sick. They go to the hospital and rinse, repeat.
Is she about to drop that mic? Oh, we will never know.
Certainly are a little different.
We'll never know.
They're made up of 5 DJs, a group of rap dancers, and special guest Hazel O'Connor. And they're all performing tonight and will be in a fortnight's time. I'll tell you about that in a moment. They're performing tonight for the Rape Crisis Centre. They're trying to raise funds for the Rape Crisis Centre, which is a most worthy cause. The song is called What Did I Do Wrong? So let's have a big welcome, please, for Rap Against Rape.
What?
Rap Against Rape. Rap Against Rape.
There's no way. There's no way.
Get him. Dude, get him. He got maracas in his hand. Damn.
What the fuck is this? What is going on? What is going on?
This is great.
We're gonna learn about anti-rape.
Emergency gone beyond control. People are losing their heart and soul. The 1980s have come and gone, but this problem still goes on and on. It's time for us to join together. We gotta stamp out this hurt forever. We don't want to hear the child cry. See a woman left with pain in her eyes.
This is sad and terrible. This is sad and fucking terrible.
This is.
I want the HD version of this so I can just drive around mobbing with it loud as fuck. Oh, what the fuck are you listening to? Anti-rape beats? What's up?
Rap against rape is something we can do to try and get this message across to me and you. Yes, rap against rape, we can show we're there. We can show the innocence that we really care.
Damn. Oh, they're shreds. Look at her.
This is rape, and it also gave me AIDS.
Yeah, the mixture between this and old people fucking is like, it's the worst. This is the worst.
Dude, just
what's
wait.
worse?
Just wait. Just wait.
Old VD or anti-rape?
Man, she's getting into it. She rocking the fuck out.
Young babies, infants, toddlers, yes, even a simple child can all them.
Somebody get your dad. Somebody come out here and get your fucking dad.
Wow.
Why is dad out here rapping about anti-rape?
Hey,
I'm not.
He's learned a valuable lesson.
I'm not totally convinced that they're doing this out of a Community Service Act for the charges of rape that were pushed against them, and they're doing this because the court ordered them to. And
this court ordered like community service to go rap on the Late Late Show?
I am not convinced that that's not how this happened. This guy looks like
he's convicted. He's convict.
This guy looks like he has put a couple of Cosbys in the pudding pot.
Whoa!
I don't know. I don't know,
okay.
but maybe I'm assuming too much. I probably am.
What about the other old white guys behind him that are like into it?
You know, age, it makes no difference. It offers no defense. To women in their 80s, it just don't make no sense. Who could believe it? Who could understand? This is happening in our homes. It's happening in our land. In your hour of need, in your moment of pain, in the stillness of the night, you can start to go insane.
Oh, damn. Man. I bet you could have predicted he was going to use insane.
Yeah, it was coming. It was coming.
So what you think so far?
The sheer production of all this is amazing. Like, somebody was like, hey, you know what? Let's get 48 fucking people on stage to make a rap about rape.
Hell yeah.
But let's get the two most, like, Monday Night Football announcer-looking dudes to do the rapping.
Yeah.
This just looks like
I know,
Troy
Billy,
Aikman.
before you
That's a
watched
good
this,
description.
You were considering rape. You were considering it before watching this, but now that you've seen it, you no
literally
longer consider
before
rape.
watching this, up until the moment this guy started rapping, I was in the act of rape.
Yeah.
And I
Not
pulled
anymore.
out. I pulled out immediately as he said insane. Yeah.
He was raping me.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No,
save the.
Thanks
save
for
the
saving me.
right
When
there.
he rhymed the word insane, I slid out of bed and I was like,
Thanks for saving me rap against
I am
rape.
done. I can't do
pat
this
his
anymore.
colon as you come out, just because you know,
Ow!
a little colon pat.
I can't do this anymore, guys.
How did you know I named my colon Pat?
You know, you don't deserve it. It becomes so real, and you torture yourself with
Cringe
raps, knowing in your heart that it was nothing all along.
Get it, girl.
You got the fucking fly girls out here.
All right, Billy, I need the subject.
Oh,
I need this. We do a segment where we just try to piss off one of my co-hosts with crazy shit. This is perfect.
Oh my
God. Need it.
Yeah,
I need this in my life.
We do this, but it's just with rap. So
perfect.
It's a subject many fear. Some say it don't exist at all. It could never happen here. But the terrible truth is different. The reality, yeah, it's clear. Though we try to hide from it, it will not
Hey, you backed
disappear.
away from the mic too much, buddy.
Yeah, get in that mic, bro.
Oh, look at this dancing.
Dude, he's got a maraca. Oh, it's
I
his
am
fucking microphone.
the lack of self-awareness here assures me that these men have put themselves in rapey situations with women and didn't even
This is virtue
recognize it.
signaling?
They didn't even recognize it. No, they don't know that they have raped women because they're so.
So just this song alone is evident to
Just
you
the
that,
lack
that
of
these guys are
self-awareness.
rapists.
The lack of
There's a lot of
self-awareness for rapping and dancing like this makes me think these guys didn't have the self-awareness to know they weren't imposing on women at a certain time.
No,
in their fucking life.
maybe Billy, that the song is a front. It takes the heat off of them so they can rape freely. But then they can look back and go, no, but we sang the anti-rape song on the Late Late Show.
I mean,
It's a front.
It's
a rape circle front, dude. That's what they're doing right now.
How do they have all these dads and all these fly girls and all these jazz singing, soul filled white women? This is a production, dude.
It is. It's crazy.
Something we can do to try and get this message across to me and you. Yes, rap against rape. We
I
can
wonder
show
whose
them that. We can
nonprofit
show the
paid for
innocent that
this.
we really care.
This is the only good part of the song.
Oh, great. Killed it.
What did I do wrong?
Lip syncing.
It's not the way to do it.
It's not the way to do it.
To the victims.
Oh my God, look at this guy.
We can tell. Their shattered lives continue in a kind of.
This is how William Shatner sings. Like if you've ever heard like a William Shatner song.
Well, this is actually
Rocket
this is Trey Parker, co-creator of South Park.
Okay, man.
This guy here is Trey Parker, the co-creator of South Park. So now this is all revealing.
Kenny Loggins.
This is
He
all.
does kind of look like Kenny Loggins. You're right.
He does. That's Kenny Loggins up there talking about
Highway to the
anti-rape.
danger zone.
Hell, children's lives are destroyed, children's dreams are smashed, children's love of simple things degraded, sport and trashed. Their future lives
Look at the guy dancing in the background with his fucking shirt, his button down, tucked into his jeans.
blighted from the start. Can we let this happen? Just look into your heart.
God.
What can we all do to stop this terrible crime?
They're gangbanging me right now. That's all this is.
You're in the middle. It's a book.
Yes.
It's a Bill Cockey.
Oh.
Just imagine that when they were rehearsing this guy's sitting up there going, "Hey, during my part, I need a little bit more monitor. I need more monitor. I can't hear myself."
What
did I? It's so crazy.
Does exist, has done for some time. We can help support the people who give solace and give care, who start the healing process and then show there's someone there. We can help the caring centers who've been helping for so long, giving solace to the victims, making right this dreadful wrong.
God! These lyrics are not written by somebody who has ever been raped. All right. And I'm not convinced that they could have been written by somebody who actually cares about rape victims. I don't believe that these lyrics are written by somebody who actually cares.
Do you think they already had the
victims.
song written and then just added the rape theme lyrics later?
I think they probably... They
added the beat and the background vocal melody.
Oh man,
like,
I've written songs.
This is a good anti-rape song.
I've written songs before and then like totally decided later on what they were like, what the song itself was about.
Yeah.
Like, the lyrical part of it.
Yeah. I think there's somebody here has a nonprofit organization that's anti-rape, and they're like, hey, we have all this fucking money that we're just throwing around because, like, you know, the owner of the organization is an ex-football player that might have gotten caught at a hotel room one night doing something wrong, so he started an anti-rape organization around it. He's like, let's just throw some fucking money out there and make a stupid fucking song.
There's more to get to, so we got to get to.
Okay, let's move on from this valuable lesson in fucking dad rape.
All right.
I'm coming out again, talking about how to use a coordinate plane. Next to my actually no pain, but negative positives are just the same. Up and down, left and right, I'm talking about this all night. You see it, what you get, I ordered head like 2 and 3.
No.
Wow.
No.
Got the whole class in on it.
As a teacher,
would you beatbox for her?
I would beat the shit.
You'd
out
beat
of
her box.
Oh, I'd beat the shit out of her.
Just beat her box, bro.
If her and I were in an MMA match, I would not hold back. I would not hold back.
Oh shit, dude! I'm sorry. I got that song in my head still.
It's never going away.
People should spam Billy with that song.
Please don't. She's not enunciating. She's reading off of a paper. She's wearing her stupid fucking hat sideways to try and perpetuate an idea that she's urban, and she's got a captive audience that she's forcing to listen to all of this. There's so many ticks on the cringe factor.
They're beatboxing. They're participating.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a recording of a beatbox.
Maybe. It's her pre-recorded track.
Ugh, it's the worst.
If
I walked into class and this broad came out and started doing that, I'm just like, I gotta go to the bathroom and just never come back.
Here's another one.
Shit, they all Belden?
34, 36, 34. You know what I'm saying? She's bow, bow, bow.
Yeah,
bow.
keep putting your license plate on videos. That's not a good idea.
Hell yeah. Clear your throat. Oh my god.
Baby, go to work, do that work, keep a gun up in a purse, always show up on the first, rolling dice with the boys, ducking vice, stashing toys in the night, making noise in the night, we could fight a boy, girl.
This is the guy with the pregnant dancers before, right?
I think so.
He had the fat belly dancer with him. This guy's bad, but I like him.
Swagto sent in,
dude, it's fucking rough.
do wrong? Wasn't that great hook?
No. I like this fucking guy for some reason, dude.
He's tough as fuck.
He's not enunciating. He's talking under his breath. He's lazy, but fuck, man, look at him.
He's eating bacon and eggs.
Look at him munch on the bacon, eggs, and meatballs.
Yep.
You don't give a fuck.
Shirts off party.
Shirt's gone.
In the sit down, in the project grid down. Ever since I've been out, baby held me dead down. Roll up in the pit house, baby don't sit down. Gotta get their hands up, shoot them with the cannons. I don't give a fuck, cause baby got no manners.
kicking it, dude. He loves breakfast so much. This is my favorite thing about rappers, right? Like, in their videos, they do things that they normally wouldn't do off camera. It's called flexing.
Right. Yeah, sure.
This guy's literally flexing on a plate of breakfast foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about like shooting motherfuckers.
But it's adorable because, like, he's sitting there posing in front of his breakfast. Like, that's something to be proud of. Usually, rappers pose in front of their cars or their stacks of money or their women. This guy's like,
don't fuck with this guy's bomb ass breakfast.
This guy's like, dude, I got the fucking Grand Slam. I'm flexing.
Meatballs and everything.
I love it.
I'm gonna play something different because you like this too much.
Roto and clutch, wet debut.
Oh God!
Straight up, dog. He's on the block in the club. You know how.
A bunch of white dude high school football players. God damn it!
We stay grinding, the ice be blinding, our teeth be shining, lit up with diamonds. They grinding, paper step climbing, haters be dying. Riders is riding, stay grinding. We stay grinding. Yeah, don't need a loan for the slab and the candy lime paint. Try to cook
Toyota Corolla
sitting sideways.
They got there's a fucking Ford Tempo in the background there too.
Yeah, Ford Tempo in the back, and they're climbing out of a Corolla.
My best friend in high school drove a Ford Tempo.
I used to have one,
and I drove like an old '80s Cadillac. And I would always like roll in like line, like even though we could have like ridden in each other's cars, we would always drive our cars around everywhere. So we'd have like a caravan of me, him, and like 2 or 3 other people.
Yeah.
And when we stopped at red lights, I'd always just roll up and start pushing his tempo. I would like put my bump under his shit and just push his shit forward.
Those cars were like go-karts. They were like souped up go-karts.
Cause the grill's distraction from my face. George Foreman ain't got nothing on me. Ride so much of running on me. Something to see. You know I'm packing and won't hesitate to get it cracking when I'm.
It could also be a Mercury Topaz. Ford Tempos and Mercury Topaz were basically the exact same car.
Billy just reminded me of something real quick. When we were at red lights when we were kids in high school and shit, we'd pull up to a red light, like 4 people in one car, 4 in the other. At the red light, we'd all get out and start like fighting each other, beating the shit out of each other, and then we'd all get into the opposite cars and then take off.
Yeah,
just to fuck with people at the light.
Yeah, red lights were the best thing ever. I had a sunroof in my car.
I'd be afraid someone would think that they need to defend somebody and like shoot.
Oh, people got out of their cars and ran at us and shit. It was crazy, but it was funny.
It would happen with your kids. You do dumb shit, right? Those are your kids.
Okay.
It's not smart.
Blood on the concrete.
You're dumb as
just
fuck.
jealous of our flashy whips with the cash we get. Don't be surprised when we blast.
Flashy whips with the cash we get. This is
ice
a different type of cringe here, right? Because every single one of these guys believes they're tight as fuck, right?
They're not.
They're the most goofball looking motherfuckers with their carbon copy of a carbon copy. They look like they are just trying to look cool.
Yeah.
And normally I would say that they're not cool and they know it and they're being ironic. But these lyrics, this guy rapping right now takes pride in his lyrics. I can tell by his lyrics that he's very proud of his writing. It's just
Billy, look at the driveway and shit, like the neighborhood situation. That's not enough. That's not a rough neighborhood at all. It's super fucking chill. Big yards, everything's clean. That's not rough.
They live in these are some suburban kids right here.
And that's a killer. We got whips similar to a caterpillar. Cause when the doors open, they change to butterflies. Straight up cheese popping caps and these other guys. Otherwise, we in the club doing a little rock with it, lean with it. I got a Lambo that can quadruple the speed limit.
No, you don't. You have a Mercury Topaz.
He's got a Lambo that can quadruple the speed limit.
Big grind and the ice be blind.
I got a Toyota Corolla and a case of Ebola.
We stay grinding.
I like how none of them can dance. They're like pretending to have a dance party in their basement, but in reality, no one on camera is actually dancing.
I like how there's one girl there.
Right.
And she's the girlfriend of whoever the most fucking alpha dude in this group is. And he forced her into doing this.
Yep.
Paper step climbing, haters be dying, riders is
like they're in high school, right?
I don't know, maybe.
In high school, you have the
Corolla.
Yeah, there goes the Corolla. Rolling. In high school, you have the most access to dumb girls, right? And dumb girls love to be in rap videos, right? They do. And in high school, you have the most unfettered access to dumb girls. To dumb girls. And that's all they could pull off. That's all they could pull off.
That's the weirdest Lambo I've ever seen, to be honest. Looks like a Corolla.
Oh. That was That was terrible.
Why do you gotta put the credits in there like that? Like, don't claim ownership of that shit.
Whoa. This can only be described as ear rape.
No.
This is pure.
This is the press
ear rape.
This is what you're gonna.
Dude, this is the worst fucking thing I've ever heard of.
Holy shit! I'm impressed because we've had a whole lot
Yeah.
of terrible stuff tonight. So this has to be some kind of special.
This
if you warn
is
it.
pure ear rape.
Oh no!
There we go.
She'll make you cry before you die. Oh God!
Everything. I told you everything. Everything. I told you everything about me. Everything that you needed to know is everything about me. You really needed to know I was doing wild shit. You're still a child shit. I didn't even know what I was thinking. Being seen with you, but you're keeping me down like you like to see me sad. But I got the situation on lockdown. You're a cold bitch doing cold moves. Or maybe I'm just a bit too old. Cause you got 10 more years won't fold. Like 10 more years in this cold. 21 years that 10. 31 years that 10. Never too young to know.
So here's a little backstory on young Bill Fridge. When I started in the rap community here in Seattle, I worked in a studio in the Seattle area, and I did web promotion, graphic design, and stuff. And I was in the studio all the time for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years before I ever released any music myself.
Yeah.
And it was people like this that made me ashamed to even tell people I rapped. I didn't want to go out there and be...
I love how assholes in the chat are saying that this isn't that bad. Sure.
Oh, it's so bad.
No, do you hear how bad like the lyrics are stacking on top of each other and they don't even align?
Yeah.
It's fucked.
And
The whole thing is botched.
I got
fucked up.
I got to meet so many people that rap like this and thought they'd be the next fucking Jay-Z or the next
that's
Eminem.
terrible.
And just time and time again, you'd see these guys come in and they're paying their $50 an hour for studio time. So you're like, yeah, good job, dude. Good job, dude. But it was just a sea of people like this that existed.
Billy,
And
I've been playing live music for over a decade, and with like the whole metal community,
Yeah.
at least here, it's the same. It's the fucking same. There's awful bands that think they're gonna fucking kill it, and it's just like, no,
Elon
man,
Musk's
you guys got work to do.
Harambe song for Billy? I don't even know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so Elon Musk put out a song, and it's about Harambe, and he rhymes Harambe with Bombay, and I'm not saying he stole that from me, but if you look at my 2016 song "Cyberbullies Are Cancer," I got the sick bar about Harambe and Bombay rhyme in there. I
Damn.
think Elon Musk robbed me and stole that from me. I should open up a case against him and take his money.
Should.
Know how to treat a friend to make you cry before you die.
God.
Before you sleep, to make you ache before you break. Oh baby, please just let me breathe. Can't you see you wanna be? To call you names you always in.
He's got the backpack, right? That's a big thing of a backpack rapper. Someone like this who writes their lyrics and doesn't know how to fucking flow or spit them at all. They always have a backpack. This guy thinks he's the fucking shit. He's nobody's ever told him he sucks to his face, I guess.
Right.
And if they
That's how it
had, he
always
just calls them a hater. Nobody he respects has the balls to tell him he's trash. He probably has 7 or 8 friends that come out to his shows because he helps them move. You know, he does things friends do on a regular basis. He probably picks up pizza for pizza night every once in a while. So they come out to his shows to show solidarity because they're good friends.
And his shows are probably usually like open mics and shit.
Open mics.
There's no way he's on a bill.
Yeah. Is this Mean Gene Okerlund? Is this Dr. Phil?
On the track, this on emo.
That looks hard as fuck.
I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a OG. I'm a 60-year-old nigga with a bad knee. I smoke that shit till I can't see. Everybody trying to get with me. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a OG. I'm a 60-year-old nigga with a bad knee.
I'm a 60. Yeah.
I ain't fucking with him.
I'm a 60-year-old with a bad knee. That's hard.
That's not everything.
A 60-year-old what?
Dude with a bad knee.
Dude.
A what?
60-year-old dude with a bad knee.
This one is actually pretty good.
This is good, yeah. Like the only thing that sucks about this is that he didn't have better production, because if I would almost say, like, I wish I had cringe rap grants to give out where I could just find the people in cringe rap that were sent in because they're just weird. Like if Tim and Eric got behind this guy and put out a rap video with him with all the crazy, like,
it would kill
cliches, it'd be fucking hard, dude. It would be so good.
Everybody trying to get with me. I got the demons, I got the jazz, I got that money that never ever ends. When I step out, it's party time, and I be loaded out my goddamn mind. I shake my ass.
Dude, this guy fucking shreds.
No!
Look at that fucking thrust game.
Put his hip out, dude.
I wanna be like currency and smoke up all them trees. I don't be frontin', I don't be stuntin', I be getting mine all the time. I'm living hard, I party harder, I be rolling like there ain't no tomorrow. I'm a bad motherfucker, I'm an OG, I'm a 60-year-old nigga with a bad knee.
Yeah, it's
With a bad knee.
I like it. I wanna produce a song for this guy. Okay, what?
What up, Triple D?
What's up, sweet daddy?
What's up,
man,
sweet
I'm getting ready
daddy?
to get out of work.
Man, how you rolling this Friday night? You know everything's happening.
Oh, you know what I do, man. I'm gonna get on my bike and I'm gonna ride.
So where you headed? Well, whatever. I know whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna drive slow, right?
Oh,
you know,
no.
I gotta pick up this girl. Yo, it's 3:30. I'm ready to get off work. I'm ready to get on my bike and rip right through this traffic.
But make sure you stay careful, because I'm that inner voice, your conscience. You gotta listen to me so we can see tomorrow. Come.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
Oh, this is the worst.
I'm your conscience.
My blessings.
Yo, I don't even need to be
Yo.
lessons,
Yo.
'cause I've been riding bikes ever since you've been.
I don't want to talk shit.
What the fuck did he just say that they bleeped
You
out?
learn safety, you learn to wear the right gear. What's going on? Listen to me. Open your ear.
I've been weaving in and out of traffic so fast, cutting close to the bumpers, almost making people
I think
crash.
it's a bad idea.
The white guy is actually better at rapping than the black guy.
It's killing
Yeah,
it.
and
That's
he's
not
not
saying
good.
much.
And he's not good.
Right.
Deal I
Better.
told you shouldn't do it, man. I'm telling you, we got a lot to do to secure our whole future.
Nah, there ain't no future for me. I need to get there in 10 minutes, so hey, I just got to speed.
Slow it down and make it in 25 and stay alive. Play it safe. We got a whole lot of.
I can't believe people spent the time to make this.
We gotta save it.
I can.
Place.
Well, not even like the time to make it, but like to go over what you've just created. Be like, yeah, the world needs this.
I think this might be a public service.
There's
or
a
something.
suit.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a certain level of like disconnect that you have to be in to do something like this. These guys, they lie in the level of they're just too old to understand it's not cool, and they go for it anyways. And they fall and crash like if it was a motorcycle accident. So it's very apropos that we're seeing the motorcycles crash
Someone
in the
said
background.
it's Duke Nukem versus G-Man battle rap.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that.
And take it easy.
Slow down.
Slow down. Slow down. And take it easy. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
Slow down.
All right.
Slow down.
Slow down and take it easy there.
Slow
Billy.
down.
Just take it easy. Whoa, what's happening here?
This
Oh,
is a
this
creep.
is creepy
Yeah.
as fuck. Come on, man.
Wait a minute.
You're walking down the street, you spot a hottie, a little naughty, working that body. You say, oh yeah, but you don't say yeah. What you say is yeah, why you wait? When the hottie's right there and it feels like fate. Wait, yeah, over there.
Oh, would you stop with the voyeur butt pics, dude?
Get them sprung, yeah. I got
Yeah,
cash, I
nobody
like
has that
trash.
consent.
The yeah, you don't say no when you give them yeah, yo. Time to play, bro, like that bubble yeah, and that double yeah.
So this guy's talking about giving them cocaine, and he's showing off all this money, and the best he could get was one chick with consent, and everything else is stolen butt pics on the fucking boardwalk.
he went down to like
on,
Venice
Long
Beach.
taking fucking really shitty pictures of random women's asses. Cool.
See, when you rhyme, the yeah on my mind ain't hard to find. They know the daddy rhymes, he's got plenty of dimes. Some say it's a crime, but the yeah sees the signs and the signs say in mind.
Hey, daddy. How you do, daddy? How you daddy?
Give me some of that
I like how most of the stuff with him in it is in portrait mode.
Yeah, that's special.
Some of that.
This is so fucked. This guy is the one that
song. You got to think like this guy's releasing a song that he has written. Now you have to picture yourself sitting in your car at a red light. This song comes in your playlist, and you're pretending to enjoy it. Nobody has ever done that in the history of humankind.
This song comes on my
Never happened.
playlist while I'm driving my car. I drive my car directly into the Pacific Ocean. Which I assume was the closest ocean to me.
It is.
I will drive hundreds of miles to it.
Yeah, I don't
think it's 100.
If I'm listening to this in Miami, then I will change and drive into the Atlantic Ocean and or the Gulf of Mexico. Is the Gulf connected to Miami?
Yeah,
Gulf of Mexico?
it's connected to Florida.
Okay, I would find whatever the closest body of water was, and I would drive my car into it.
Yeah, some big ass yeah. That underage yeah is trouble yeah.
Oh my god!
Wow!
Did you just hear what he said?
No fucking way!
No.
Yeah, and then he showed the high school.
High school, dude.
What?
He needs to listen to that Rappers Against Raping video. That's who they made him that for. Is this guy?
That is fucking weird. All right, hold on. Hold on. I rewinded it. Hold on.
The mix-a-lot yeah, some big ass yeah. That underage yeah is trouble yeah. It's Pelican Bay.
Oh.
You gotta say
So
away.
you want to fuck the high school girl?
That Asian
Please
type,
won't
yeah,
let
that
him.
sexy sister yeah, that hot Latina yeah. Damn, ma'am.
The amount of unsolicited, stolen, fucking voyeur butt video pics in here it should be criminal. I don't know if it is criminal.
Yeah, you're
but it should
not
be.
allowed to do that, are you?
Well, you're not showing face, right? So like you're technically not giving someone like people aren't identified by their butts, right?
Right.
So it's weird.
Well,
it's weird.
You should always aspire to be that way, but yeah.
I don't know if it's illegal or not, but it should be.
Guy just wants cocaine and butts. That's respectable shit, dude. I'm all right with that.
I feel like this guy would.
You just want
party,
to collect cocaine and ass?
He would
Let him
party
do
with
it.
Corpse Midget. This guy would party with Corpse Midget. That's all I'm gonna say.
Probably.
I Love Lucy's about to rap though. Take Me to the Trailer. Starring Rap Girl, Boy Funk, and Jackie Hell as mom. Jackie Hell's my friend. Yes, she's in the fucking Pinwheels video.
Oh yeah.
She's in Pinwheels video.
There she goes.
Have you seen this video?
No.
Do you know Rap Girl?
I don't know. I party with Jackie Hell. Oh no, I gotta be careful. Tampon in the pool?
Would you?
I'm trying to remember if I did.
Who the fuck is this dude?
He's your brother and your lover and your cousin.
A big banger, a big talker, keep it in your pants, keep it in the family. All some hearts, but this ain't fucking Emily. This is fucking real. I do it for the thrill, I do it for the kill. All against your will, being a cheap whore doesn't come cheap. I got the golden fleece, but I'm the black sheep.
So I want to get this guy and Creamsicle in on the Cream team, right? Is this a Cream team candidate?
Yeah, I guess so.
Every time something comes up, I think this is the worst one, and then we get another.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting here thinking this is the worst one.
Here's something that I'll probably be ostracized from all communities for saying this.
Uh-oh.
But the gay community tolerates terrible music. Like they tolerate it if it's gay.
You think so?
Oh, I know so. I know so.
Okay.
Because they support. Because they're super inclusive and super supportive, even if it's terrible. I'm in the gay community here in Seattle. I've been in Seattle
You're
Gay News.
in it?
Yeah, I perform. I perform at gay. I'm not gay, right? But I'm basically androgynous, something, right?
Whatever.
But I've performed on gay shows and stuff many times. I've been in Seattle Gay News, written up in Seattle Gay News multiple times. But I happen to know that they will tolerate some terrible fucking music because it's gay and they're gay friendly.
Are these people local or something?
I assume they are. Yeah, Jackie Hill's local, so I assume these people are local.
Okay.
But I'm watching this and I'm like, this would fly at a gay music night.
Sure.
They would play this and they would all love it and they would dance and they'd be all in on it. So it makes the cringe harder for me to say this is cringy.
Whatever.
Knowing that it, knowing.
Look at the picture.
He's doing it
on
for
the screen right now.
He's doing it for
Tell me that is
PR.
not a little
Not
bit cringy.
PR.
Yeah.
I know the
I'm moving
audience.
on.
I know the audience here is gonna fucking eat this up. They see a little boy butt and a little fat chick titties pushing. They're like, "Oh, you go, girl. You go, girl." They love
Billy,
this.
would you though? Would you with the little chubby girl?
I think I might have.
Oh, okay.
God.
That's even better.
How the fuck am I pedo Billy? Gay guys like little butts.
You endorsed a video where a guy looked at a high school for butts.
No, I didn't endorse that video.
I heard the endorsement.
Let's go look for shooting stars. Let's go pop some pills. We go to Mars.
Is this an Onision video?
Yeah, for real.
Sick of these hoes, gotta be alone. I don't wanna stay, so I'll go home. Sitting all night on a phone. Bringing you up, get it out zone. I don't wanna see, I don't wanna be nothing. No.
This is actually like an entire genre of sad boy rap. Like, what's it called?
So emo.
Sad boy rap is it's a legitimate genre. People listen to this and love it. They love it.
I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna skip this.
Okay.
I never said all gays are pedophiles. Oh my god, I'm
Here it goes.
Nothing on me, baby. I'm a wankster. Los Angeles, baby. I come from the East Coast, baby. You ain't got shit on me. I'm the wankster. Eminem.
Oh, did he peel that on Bill?
that's hard. That's hard right there.
You got nothing.
It's sick, it's piss, you know it's flavor. If you don't like it, then you're a hater. Wankster,
What the fuck? This is awesome.
Okay, Billy likes it so far.
This video's good.
I come from the East Coast, West Coast. You know the flavor. 60 stacks, baby. I'm the real jammer. Baby of an ice cream, baby. You know the flavor. I'm a real.
He ruined it, didn't he?
He didn't ruin it. Like, it's funny to me. Like, it's not good. The saying's not good. The rapping's not good. But the visuals are killing it. He got the fucking Cinnabon grandma singing the hook, dancing while he's peeling off on the fucking monies and showing all his jewelry.
Cool. And then we got big old ass out of nowhere. All the proper ingredients for a rap video.
By the way, guys, if you haven't seen our Patreon review of Nick Fury from 1998, you should. He has a never-ending cigar in that movie.
Are you serious?
Yes. Nick Fury smokes on a cigar that never gets any shorter, and it's usually lit. Like, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
he came out of the water.
And it started.
And still had the motherfucker in his mouth.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And it ends up being lit eventually.
You know the flavor, baby. Natalie Portman, you're my baby.
There you go.
I'm a real ice cream jammer.
We share similar likes. I don't think
What are
Natalie
you about
Portman's
Pat
actually.
Bay?
Yeah, Natalie Portman is
is
she's bae. I'm trying to convert to Israeli so I can marry her in a traditional wedding.
Let's hook that up. That'd be great.
I think that when I finally reach my target existence,
Target existence.
Yeah, I don't want to say target weight because like there's more than just
Your
weight.
target existence.
Yeah, there's more than
What is
just
this,
weight.
like
I'm working
filler
on
right now until you ascend?
I'm losing a lot of weight, and I'm working on leveling up to the point where Natalie Portman can't say no.
That's a lot of weight, though. Are you gonna get all ripped and shit?
Yeah, my target existence. I'm gonna be able to pick anybody I want, and you know how truthful this is. As the fact that I'm gonna pick Natalie Portman shows how much I love her. Because I can have any woman I want when I get to my target
You're working
existence.
for her. That's fair.
Yeah, and I'm still gonna choose her.
I've seen Natalie Portman in person before.
And she's short.
Yeah,
she's very short.
Was she bad?
I mean, obviously she's a Hollywood actress, so she's not bad looking, right? You know,
I guess
she's short.
Yeah, yeah.
She's short.
At the time, she was living in Santa Fe. A lot of I don't know if they do this anymore, but there were a lot of celebrities living in New Mexico around that time.
I believe it. There's nobody there. Get a little bit.
Well, they were filming a lot of movies there because there was like a tax refund for people who would film movies there.
Right.
That's why they filmed
Yeah.
Breaking Bad and all the other shit. Like the first 3 or 4 Marvel movies were filmed there too, like Iron Man and Thor.
And here in Arizona, we got all the Transformer movies for all the desert scenes.
Transformers.
Which is garbage. But yay, Arizona, we got a movie. Fucking Transformers trash.
Amber Heard is hot but fucking crazy. You guys.
So we'll do one last thing and give you guys one last chance to send in Streamlabs before we go to Twitch. You don't want to miss the post show on Twitch, by the way.
It's about to be wild.
And also, so before we do that, while we give you guys one last opportunity, we'll do one of these.
Here comes. I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
If you want to be part of the Q&A segment, all you have to do is be at least a $1 patron.
And then you can
spare a fucking buck, and then you get the Discord role that lets you into this chat. During the show.
Or just do 10 and you get so much more stuff.
There.
But yeah, get in there.
And
you guys, obviously, in the patron
over
chat
here.
can ask them questions. Also, if you're not in the patron chat and you just want to send a Streamlabs question, we'll answer the Streamlabs
those
questions as well. German chocolate cake is no way German. It was named after an American, Samuel German, who developed the cake.
Is Billy racist?
I just lost all my good stuff, Minecraft stuff, in lava. That sucks. Billy, what's your opinion on Nicole Bolas, the Planeswalker? Pretty powerful. I think it's a fun color archetype to work with. Black, blue, and red. There's a lot of devious tactics. How much do we have to donate to get who to squirt on Billy's face? I don't know. But pretty sure I could take her in a fight. Your 10 has more likely. Damn. When is Rabbi going to marry you? Tomorrow?
Someone just asked how tall I am. I'm like 5'9".
Billy, admit that Martin Shkreli is not a sweet boy. That's not a question. Is your car fixed? No, I got it. My car will be in the shop for a couple more weeks, I think. Billy, why is Yu-Gi-Oh! Superior to Magic the Gathering? I mean, I think someone who said that wouldn't know what superior means. Billy, would you watch WrestleMania?
Egghead was asking if we're going to watch WrestleMania. On the Altered Perspective, yes.
Oh, no.
I don't think
On
I'll
the
be
Altered
in.
Perspective, going to watch WrestleMania. All fucking 8 hours of it.
Flame Spirit says, does Billy like black people? Yeah, of course.
Do you love them is the question.
But she asked if I liked.
No.
Is Billy ignoring me? No, I'm not ignoring you. Billy,
That's a
why
good
are you
one right
shorter
there,
than
Ben.
me?
What is your favorite tattoo?
Because I don't need to be taller than you. Natalie Portman or Natalie Portman as a midget? Oh my gosh, would you stop, Alicia? I think if there was a midget version of Natalie Portman, I'd probably choose her because she probably doesn't have as many people to love her as regular Natalie Portman.
I love this. I love this way of.
So I feel like my love would be more appreciated from her. The Harlem Globetrotters says, Billy, will you marry me? Yeah, all of you, the entire team. Think about becoming a $100 patron.
The John Oliver WWE shit. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I wanted to play that, but I don't think we could play that on the show.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? I do believe that it is an instrument. You can make a lot of noises with it.
played a guy fucking of Dyson on our show this week.
Benpai, what's your favorite beer?
My what?
Your favorite beer?
Oh my god. There's a few German ones that I like a lot, and a few Belgian ones. I can't choose just one.
Billy, do you like sativa or indica better?
I like Golden Drock for sure.
I think I like sativa better than indica, but I don't really smoke a lot of weed because it makes me fucking high.
That's why most people smoke it.
What's your favorite bear? Oh, Fozzie Bear, maybe?
Yeah, Golden Drock in the white bottle.
Billy, can you do a live rendition of Russian roulette?
That shit's like 11%, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Tremé. Delirium Tremens.
Have you ever had Tremé?
What's it look like on the bottle? Probably have.
There's like a blue kind, a red kind, and a yellow kind.
Maybe.
Another amazing one is Delirium Red.
I've had Delirium Tremens. That shit's fucking.
I've had
bomb,
Tremens, but I went to a bar in Belgium that had all different types of delirium that would be really hard to find. There's a specialty like liquor store in the area here where I can get a 4-pack of Delirium Red, but it's like it's like $15 for a 4-pack.
Yep.
I did see the Queen movie in the cinemas. Yeah. The end scene of the Queen movie was really good. The concert, it was really well done. LaFig says, Billy, am I gay? Asking for a friend. I think the question is your friend gay? And if so, why aren't you banging him?
Yeah, true. I'll take it.
Who's your favorite Patreon? I don't. Dad. Have you ever seen a grown man naked? Yeah.
Yeah.
God hates cigarettes. It's not a question, but I agree. What's the biggest thing you've ever had in your butt? Probably a turd.
Say thumb.
Oh.
Whatever they use to give you a colonoscopy.
I've had turds bigger than my thumb in my butt.
Okay.
I've had some big old
turds. Have had colonoscopies?
I've had one. I've had two of them.
For fuck's sake.
I never had a doctor's hand in my butt.
I've had 2 colonoscopies, and I've had a upper endoscopy, which is the one that goes down your throat.
Yeah, I used to have to clean those scopes. Not fun. A lot of shit and snot.
Of course.
When was the last time you cried? Probably during a movie. I cried during A Star Is Born.
Oh my god.
Oh, I heard about that. That's rough.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Are you ready to behold the tragedy of Intellectual Joe? Yeah, I'll watch that, Egghead. I'm ready. Have you guys ever had anything happen to you that you would consider paranormal? No. I think that's what it said. I don't know. That chat moves so quickly.
No.
I have you. Would you rather sit on a cake and eat a dick, or sit on a dick and eat a cake?
Oh, that was the question I tried to ask. And fucked up.
Yeah, I would probably sit on a dick and eat a... No, I'd probably sit on a cake and eat a dick. I don't know.
You want to eat a dick?
Because I'm keto. Because I'm keto. When you sit on the dick
and eat the cake,
does the dick insert, or is it?
I don't know.
When you sit on it,
all right.
I think it's sit on it.
I think it's about time to go to the post show. Twitch.tv/Drunken Peasants. Everyone go there now.
I'd rather have a dick in my mouth than in my butt, is what I'm saying.
Everyone who's here should go there. All of you. Every one of you.
Everybody go on over.
And we'll see you over there in a few minutes. Follow us there. See you soon. Good night.
Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.